which I have often called the most overrated game of the generation, but I'm actually starting to find some enjoyment in it. It's still very overrated, but I am starting to find some enjoyment. I think I might take the most overrated game of the generation moniker away from it and attach that to Halo Infinite. I think there is way more substance in this game than Halo Infinite. Maybe Elden Ring's not as bad as I said it was. Maybe. But it's certainly not as good as people claim. It definitely has some merit. It's definitely a great Souls-like. Yeah, man. Yeah, I wasn't on yesterday. I had a lot to do. Tomorrow I have a kind of a busy day. I was busy yesterday, but trying to enjoy today before tomorrow happens. I gotta put up a fence tomorrow, which is gonna suck so fucking bad. Not looking forward to that at all. But I finally got back into Elden Ring. I finally got the feel for it again a little bit. I actually got a decent weapon. I'm kind of rolling a little bit now, at least getting back into the frame of it. I hate this shit. The NPCs, like, come on. Dude, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? That's garbage. Dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. Like, what the fuck? Like, is that even an NPC? Like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Weak sauce. But I'm finding some enjoyment in the game, at least. Oh, it's the most popular game around. It is the most popular game out right now. It's the most popular game, I would say, in years. It's huge. It's fucking huge, man. I mean, I'm starting to like it a little bit better, but it's still overrated. Has some good qualities, but it's still overrated. Like, not as great as, they claim. It does have some good things, but it's also still not as great as, like, they would lead you to believe. But, it has some good qualities. I wish it looked a little bit better. I wish it played smoother. I wish it ran a little better. I wish they made some improvements, but, it is what it is. I knew they were going to overrate this game from before it ever came out. I knew it. I knew they were. You can just tell by the hype, man. The hype was astronomical for this game. Astronomical. The hype was just through the roof. Anytime you see that with a game, you know it's going to likely get overrated. I'm telling you what, Starfield, the same thing is going to happen with Starfield. It might be a good game. This is a good game. And when I say it's overrated, I'm not trying to kill the game. I would never criticize this game so much if it wasn't so crazy overrated. Like, it's going to be consensus game of the year. Like, no game has another chance. No game has any chance. Like, people go crazy over this fucking game. The same shit is going to happen with, is that a skull? Oh, I can't get my horse. The same shit's gonna happen with Starfield. It probably will be a good game, like this is. But, it's gonna get even more credit than it actually deserves. Which I have an issue with, you know? Like, let's just give games the credit they deserve, but not give them more credit. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's, is there ghosts? There are it's other people, it's always been a thing in Souls-likes. You see other people, like, playing the game, sort of. It's like they're kind of the figures of other people on other servers playing it. Now, you can play with other people, but you have to, like, go into a really convoluted bullshit thing to play co-op. And you can play with, like, I don't know, 2 other people. But they'll show you like other people playing the game, even though you can't interact with them, you know, in that form. It does look like Skyrim, though. It really does. People tried to kill this dude. Oh, Sacred Tier. I can finally upgrade that. Good. So he's a bad guy. People really attack this guy? I don't know, man. I'll talk to him, I guess.
You're tarnished, aren't you?
Like, there's cool things. I just wish it was better production.
You can spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
They can, yeah. It depends, but people can potentially see you, yes.
Well, bless you. You're a true saint.
Like, I wish the lip syncing was better. Like, look at the fucking NPCs. They just sit there, they don't do shit.
I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
Stops. I'm gonna look this guy up. I don't want to fucking screw up here. I'm gonna look this guy up and see if he's worth fucking with. Oh, come on, phone. Come on, phone. I don't want to get screwed over. In Elden Ring, is the sorcerer Thops worth trusting? Not thoughts. Come on, man. Thops. I don't fucking know. It's the thing I don't like about the game either, is like you gotta look up so much shit, man.
I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity.
You gotta look up so much shit. It gets
right.
to be a bit much.
I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north.
Well, whatever.
Over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only our schools have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital. And thus, as you might have guessed, the seals are making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out.
Okay, so what the fuck you want me to do, bro? I guess he's alright. I don't know. He doesn't seem to do anything bad. Fires magic projectiles from glintstone. I don't even know. I guess I don't even know if this is good. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. FP cost. Creates a starlight to illuminate surroundings. Fires a horizontally widening magic arc. Fuck it, I guess I'll purchase it. I don't know.
Why not find yourself a
glintstone key?
Pass through the academy.
Okay, where do I get one?
Capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be
I'm just
patient,
playing,
would you consider donating it to me?
I'm playing online. I'm playing online, so if you're playing online, you can see other players at times, like they're those white shadows, and you can be invaded by other people. So if you're playing online, you can see the white shadows, which is other people playing the game at the same point, though you can't interact with them at all. And you can also be invaded. Other people can randomly invade your game and attack you, which I don't like, which I hate. I fucking hate it. When people come to attack me, unless I have a lot of health, I'll just run. I'll just fucking run from them until they quit. That's one aspect I don't like. But if you don't play online, you're not going to get these messages and shit, which could potentially be helpful, but a lot of times they're just nonsense, you know? and you won't get these blood stains, which will show you how someone died, which are very cool aspects. But when you play online, you're also susceptible to being attacked, invaded by people, which sucks. Which I don't like that aspect. It's not fun to me. It's not fun to me to be just randomly playing the game, have someone go run up on you and murder you. Like, I don't like that at all. I'm not like huge into PvP and fucking multiplayer, you know? But it's a very cool online system that they have, and it's always been very cool in Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that shit. It's a really cool online system, like, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really cool thing that, you know, you can see other people, like, sometimes, like, see their ghosts, what they're doing, and you get messages from other people, which is cool. But, I don't like the fact that people can just fucking invade your game and murder you. Like, to me, that's always sucked. That's always been an unfun aspect. But, it's part of the game. And, like, the game is cool. Like, there is some cool shit to it. He comes back to life. You gotta kill him with fire. I hate that, dude. Also, the horse combat sucks. Like, it's fun to have it at all, but it's like, I don't know, man. They could have done a better job with it. And the horse in general is cool, but they could have done a better job with it all. Yeah, what you can do is you can why can't I use my fucking magic? Yeah, what you can do is you can have a special code, and you and your friends set a special code online, and you can sort of kind of invite them to your game, but it's kind of unreliable. Like, so yes, you can play with other people, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. You can play with friends, but it's kind of a pain in the ass how it works. Like, it's weird. It's like really tricky. I don't know why they made it so difficult to do, but yeah, you and your friend can set a code, and you can play with your friends. I think you can play with 2 other people. I think you gotta kill these guys with fire. I don't know why my fucking magic's not working. I don't know, man. I don't know why it's not working. My magic's just not active. So what, you gotta kill him twice? Something like that? I actually have a decent weapon now, so... And when I was playing originally... have I heard of... It cut off. For some reason it didn't show me the whole message. I ever heard of MRBE is all I got. Murbit. That's all I saw. I guess you gotta kill him. I guess you can kill him just by hurting him. Like, there is cool aspects of the game. Like, it's cool that they added an open world and then I can explore. Like the game is good. It's got a lot of good aspects to it, but it just, there's so much that could have been done better. Like, so much that could have been done better. But there's a lot of cool shit to it. There is a lot of cool shit. Like, I'm liking it a little bit better. It's rough, though. Early on, the fucking game is rough, man. Can I even get down there? Oh, Mr. Beast. Okay, no, I don't know of Mr. Beast. He's a streamer, I'm assuming. Nope, I don't know about him. I do not know. Alright, where the fuck am I supposed to go, man? I don't even know where the fuck they want me to go. Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna explore. Like, it is cool. The open world is large. There's no real activities to do. You just kill things, which is fine. It is large. But you were right. When you said Skyrim, it was like... I have not eaten breakfast. I'm not eating yet. All I've had is some grapefruit. I just had grapefruit. so far. I ate so much yesterday. I pigged out, man. My kid's mom came on Tuesday night. That's kind of why I haven't been on. And she brought Chinese food, and she brought she bought a lot of food, a lot of food. So I've been just eating like crazy, getting fat, man. I ate way too much yesterday. Ate way too much. Just not good, man. Way too much. I'm gonna fall off a cliff trying to kill this fucking thing. What did you have for breakfast, dude? I know you love food. You're a big foodie. You're a food fan. You are a lover of foods. What the fuck is that? These fucking guys. The horse combat is cool. Like, it's cool that it's in the game, but it's also kind of, it's not the best. It's not great. Like, it's not the best. They could have done it better. They could have done it better. But it's cool that it's in the game. I can't even be mad that it's in the game. Alright. Then that happens. That's the thing. I just started playing the game again yesterday, and it's like, I'm getting the feel for regular combat, but horse combat, I'm so fucking just not there yet. It's the first time I've actually been on the horse in a long time, man. Alright, I gotta remember what... Alright, let's not die. Now I gotta re-get a feel for the game. I gotta get a feel for this weapon. This fucking weapon is new. I just got it. It's really good, but I don't have a feel for it. I was using this great sword like the whole fucking time. And I just don't have a feel for this fucking weapon yet. But it's good, like, this is the weapon I gotta use, because it's got so much more potential. Where the fuck did he go? I gotta use my running attack. I gotta get a feel for this baby. It's a good weapon. I finally have a good weapon, so it makes the game a little bit more fun. It's not as fucking tedious. You had pork. Pork is good. I like pork. I'm a fan of pork. I actually have some pulled pork. I think what I'm gonna eat is, I had Chinese food yesterday. It's so unhealthy. I think I'm gonna have a healthy... Oh yeah, I'll have chicken and rice. That's what I'll have. I had chicken and rice last night. Yeah, s'mores are good, man. We actually made s'mores, like a couple months ago. Me and my kids, mom, we made s'mores on our little fire grill thingy that we have. I got s'mores ingredients and we just sat down. We had to burn some paperwork. Or she wanted to burn some fucking paperwork or something. And so we made s'mores. Oh shit. Wow, they're murdering me. I was never in the Boy Scouts, but I was around it to a degree. I was actually in Indian Guides when I was a kid. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Indian Guides. Here, buddy. Here, buddy. I was actually in Indian Guides when I was a kid. I don't know if you know what that is, but yeah, I was in that as opposed to like Boy Scouts. And it was cool. We'd go on like campouts, which we would call powwows and shit, and you do similar stuff to Boy Scouts, but it's a little bit different, but it was pretty fun, man. Those were some of the most fun times that I had. I loved Indian Guys. That shit was fun. Why isn't the jellyfish attacking? Come on, man. I can't believe I used the jellyfish, and these guys aren't even that tough. The jellyfish is cool, but, like, come on, do something, you jellyfish. I'm assuming you were in Boy Scouts, and you liked it. Are you an Eagle Scout? Can't believe I used the jellyfish. I thought these guys were gonna be so strong, dude. I'm 22 now. Yeah, I've never been in the Boy Scouts, man. Me either. Never been in Boy Scouts, but I know people that had been, and they seem to like it. But yeah, never been in the Boy Scouts. But Indian Guides was fun. Like, it was really fun. We would go on campouts, and my dad would take me and my brother to campsites and with the rest of the tribe, and you know, we would do like crafts and crap like that. I think like every week we would go to someone's house and do like make things, and we had like little leather, fake leather vests, and we each had like a Indian name. It's probably kind of like not politically correct now, but my name was Honey Bear. I think my name was Honey Bear. My brother's name was Running Bear. I forget what my dad's name was. What did the tiger say to the crow? He said, oh man, he said, shit, he said growl. He said, I'ma eat your ass. I don't know, dude. What did he say? What did the tiger say? Tiger showman. Maybe he said showman. I don't know. Damn, people just jump in, jump out. Like, I don't like you. I'm out of here. You are not good at this game. You are not cool. Why do people do that? Unless it's running like shit. Why the fuck they just jump in and jump out? When did tigers speak? I don't know. Oh, something about lying, right? Lying. Something about lying. Only when they're lying. Only when they're lying. Only when they're lying. How about that? Only when they're lying. That would be my guess. Maybe I might have that, right? I might fucking have that. If it's not accurate, it's at least sounds like it could be. I got I gotta fall! Yeah, bro. Was that what it was? Only when they're lying? That sounds like it's accurate. When do tigers speak? Only when they're lying. Dude, what the fuck? Did that shit just disappear? I don't even think I got it. Are you serious? I'm saving that clip so I can go back to it. I don't think I fucking got that. I think it just disappeared into the damn wall. And now here, what do we fucking do? Do we jump? How am I supposed to get up there? Oh, with a horse. I could probably do it with a horse, maybe. There's so much weird shit in this game, dude, I swear. The camera's so trash. Why didn't I get my, vials back? What the fuck? You know, you said Skyrim with this game, and it's like, you're not that fucking far off. Oh, also, it's interesting that you're 22. I was gonna ask. I didn't know how old you were. The world is a single family? No. I'm assuming this is a joke. No. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to get up there. Fuck it. But you're right, man. This is very Skyrim-ish. It's got some Skyrim to it. I mean, it looks like Skyrim visually. Like, shit is not the prettiest.
You're new around here. Surprised you found
I'm old as shit, bro. I sound and look like I'm your age.
Your money's as good as
but I'm in my 30s, dude.
Why don't you take a look at my wares?
In my mid-30s.
Don't.
People think I'm young because my kid's mom is 21, so everybody just thinks we're like both in our young 20s. But I'm not. Her parents, for the longest time, thought I was like her age. They thought I was like 20, 22, 23. They thought for the longest time. And then I think her mom found out or something that I was like in my 30s. I don't know how she reacted to it. But yeah, I don't look and sound old. I look like I'm in my 20s, but I'm in my fucking 30s, man. I'm old as shit. Which sucks. And honestly, I don't feel old. But the only thing that I do notice difference is like my metabolism isn't as good. I'm actually 37, bruh. 37. 37, dude. I'm 37. I look like I'm 22 though. I mean, she always teases me about it. I gotta try to grow out some facial hair. I gotta try and get a beard going. The only problem is on the sides, it just doesn't grow great. And I'm just not, like, I'm not a real hairy guy. So it's like, I gotta start shaving more and trying to, you're super close. Yeah, I'm 37. You're really close, dude. I'll be 38 in November, so you're close, man. But I gotta start shaving the sides more, so I can get a full beard going, so I could look like a fucking old man, an old man. But yeah, I don't look old at all. And if I wasn't like thick, like muscular, I'd probably look even younger. I'm not as muscular now, but I have been throughout my life. Pepsi or Coke? I probably like Coke better. But you know, Pepsi's good too. I try not to drink too much soda now, because it's just like, one thing about getting older is my fucking metabolism, man. That's the one thing about getting older. I gotta sell some shit. The one thing about getting older that I have noticed, like, my metabolism is whack now. Like, I just don't burn fat as easily. I was like always thin growing up, and then I filled out. I started working out, and I started just like forcing myself to eat, and I got big. I got muscular, really, really muscular. But like, I'm kind of tallish and long. Yeah, Sprite. I like Sprite better. I got long arms. I'm kind of tall and long. So I gotta make sure I keep muscle on. I gotta make sure I eat. But in doing so, I kind of gained more fat than I wanted, and now it's so hard to burn the fat. So fucking hard. Come on, buddy, you're okay. So hard to burn the fat. When I was young, bro, I would just eat. You're okay, you're lying. You're okay. High five. High five? Yeah, that's right. You want a cracker? Yeah. It's so hard to burn fat now, man. It's like, fucking take advantage of it while you're young. Because once you get... Yeah, here. Once you get past freaking 30, once you get past like 29, 30, man, that shit gets hard. Go for it, bro. You don't burn fat the way you used to. You just don't. Like, I gotta eat fucking healthy now. You are a food lover. You love that food, my dude. Alright. This will give me a second to focus here on what does this guy have. What do we got here? Attach to waste to eliminate your surroundings. Do I have one of these? He has smithing stones, which I don't really need I don't need regular smithing stones anymore. I need somber smithing stones. Cookbooks are all a waste. This weapon, it's a dex weapon. Are any of these things good? Like, I hate the one thing about the game is they don't let you compare gear easily. Like, or can I? You know? Like, is there a way to compare gear? I don't know if there is. Ooh, a staff. Fucking magic, finally, bro. How do you respect, though? You know? A staff. That's interesting. I'm gonna buy that. I can't use it, though. I don't have enough intelligence. I'm gonna buy it, though, just to have on stash. Astrologer's robe. I wonder if this stuff's worth buying. And the shield, like, bro, how do you compare your shit? Like, do I really have to just go to sell and then compare it that way? So, like, I have to remember everything? Yo, you love your ice cream, my dude. Rocky Road, right? You love your ice cream. So 147, 47, 33, 47. It's ridiculous I gotta do it that way. It's ridiculous. Like, they don't let you fucking compare? Like, this shit's ridiculous, dude. Yo, you're an ice cream hound. You love ice cream. Yeah, see, this is better. There's no reason to buy that. Yeah, the blue gold kite shields. There's no fucking reason to buy that other shit. I'm gonna sell more stuff. And buy more shit. Still trying to get the feel for coming back to the game. There is a lot of cool things about the game. There really is. But there's also a lot that's overrated. A lot that's overrated. But, like, I'm actually enjoying the game a little bit more now. I really am. You got a girlfriend? That's what's up, bro. I don't know what's going on with my situation. Me and my kid's mom, we were engaged. Things happened. She doesn't live here anymore, but she comes over every 2 weeks. We got along really well when she came over last time. Sometimes we get along great, and it seems like things are headed in a good direction. And then sometimes we don't. A lot of things are just in flux. I really don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to think anymore. And I kind of went through a rough patch, so I don't even know, man. I honestly don't know anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen with us. So I'm kind of like on a hold on that front. I don't know what to do. I don't want to like go look for somebody and fuck up the potential to like have my family back together again. So I'm just I kind of been on hold for like a year. It's sucked. It's fucking sucked. Big time. It's been tough year. It has really sucked. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. So much time has gone by, but I don't know. I'd like to have my fam back. I don't know what's going on. I just started working out again. Since I don't know what the fuck's going on, it's just like all I can really do is just try to improve and be the best me I can be, which I'm trying to get there and work on that. And if we get back together and we can have a proper family again, great. If we don't, at least I'll be improved and I'll be alright, you know, for somebody else. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do anymore. I think I'm gonna buy all this shit. Maybe I could use it to like disguise myself or something. These better not be drops that I can just get. I need $2 grand more. Let's sell more shit. You love to eat ice cream. You're an ice cream lover. Oh, I got so much smoldering butterfly. I should have sold those. Yeah, I just started working out again. I'm just trying to get back on the grind. I ate so freaking bad yesterday. One thing I hate fucking doing though is cardio. I hate cardio. Hey man, ice cream is good. I like it too. I like to eat too. I didn't really used to like eating until I force fed myself when I was young to try to get bigger because I was so skinny, and I did get bigger, and it kind of opened up my appetite. And now I have an appetite mostly, unless I'm depressed. But now it's like I gotta watch what I eat. Sucks. If I didn't have to watch what I eat, I would just eat fucking burgers and shit for every meal. I really would. Speaking of that, I got 5 pounds of fucking beef. She bought a lot of food for us. It was really nice. She got so much food, bro. She got 5 pounds of beef. She got chicken. She got chicken breast. She got like fish, like fried fish. She got mad shit. So much food. I don't know what else to sell. She has so much food. I gotta be careful with it though. It's like I gotta be careful with what I eat. I wish she would've got skim milk. That's the one thing. Yeah. I drink beer occasionally. We have a lot of alcohol here, but I don't drink it a whole lot because A, I'm always just here with my kid. I'm not gonna drink with my kid here. B, I'm not huge. Like I don't drink a lot anyway. But yeah, we got some booze here. Once in a while I drink beer, but I'm not like crazy huge on beer. I just I'll have like a beer once in a while. Like I like Yinling Lager is pretty good. I know some people hate beer though, and I understand it 'cause it's not like super tasty. Like I get it. I can understand why people don't like it. Wonder if I need. If you feel like French. Yeah, root beer is good. Root beer, birch beer, I even like, I can't think of it, but yeah, root beer is good, man. It's like good, real root beer is fucking good. She likes wine. Some wine is actually pretty good. She turned me on to some wine that was decent. Red wine's supposed to be pretty good for you. I don't drink often, but I'll have a drink once in a while. If I drink hard liquor, like maybe a good whiskey, good bourbon. Are any of these suits actually good? Yeah, man, it's dangerous. It's crazy. It's like alcohol is so legal. It's legal, everybody drinks it, they peddle it everywhere, but it's super dangerous. It's very dangerous, like, people get into accidents and it causes a lot of problems. It really does. Causes a lot of issues. I don't think any of these armors are very good. Alcohol is very dangerous. But I mean, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I have drank a lot in the past, but I just don't drink a lot anymore. I just don't do it. But once in a while, I'll have a drink. Once in a while, I'll have a smoke. Even when I smoke, I fucking smoke like very sparingly, man. Like, very sparingly. I'll take, like, a hit or two. My weapon is so overpowered. My shit is overpowered as hell. There was a time when I would do more stuff, but now it's just like, I'm pretty chill. I don't really get into all that too much. Plus, it's like, I don't fucking go out anymore. I don't, what are these crystals? You can break them, yeah. Wonder if you get anything from them. Yeah, I don't go out anymore. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to fucking bars. I don't do that shit. I got a damn kid, you know? It's like, what am I gonna do that shit for? Also, it's not like I'm trying to go out and do that and pick up chicks and stuff. Like, I still have hope that, you know, my family can kind of get back together, so I'm kind of not getting into all that stuff. Plus, I don't even like going out, really. Honestly, even when I'm in a relationship, it's like, I like going out to eat and go to the movies and stuff, but all that fucking clubbing and bullshit, it's not for me. Not anymore. I've done it. And even when I did it, it wasn't even really me. It was more so my brother. What the fuck? It was more so like my brother projecting himself onto me. Going to clubs and shit, nah. And it was never me. Even though I did it, it was never my style. At all. I'd rather just like go out to eat with somebody, go out for like a really good dinner, maybe see like a movie, or go out to eat, come back and watch a movie and just chill. Like, that's kind of more my style. I'm not super like, I'm not super social. I'm not super into crowds and all that shit. And like I've gone to clubs and all that bullshit, and this is just bullshit. This shit ain't for me. Where am I on the map? I don't even know. It's another settlement? Is this a different settlement, or have I been here? I think I've been here. I think this is a settlement I went through. I don't know. I do not know. It's pretty cool though. Like in our living room, at least when we were together, always when we were living together, even in the old house, we would always have a dual setup in the living room. 2 TVs, 2 lazy boys. She'd be gaming. I'd be gaming. We both had PS5s. It was cool, man. It was cool. I'd look over, see what she's playing. She'd look over, see what I'm playing. Or she'd be streaming, or I would be streaming. And it was cool, man. I liked it. I've always enjoyed being in a relationship with a girl who games, who likes the game. I've always pretty much had girlfriends who games. When you sub to my channel, what? For some reason on PlayStation, it's cutting off the rest of what's saying. The rest of what it's saying. It's only showing me like a certain amount of it. What happened when you sub my channel? I love a girl who fucking games though, man. This shit is awesome. And I've always like had girlfriends and tried to get them more into gaming. March 19th, 2022. Yeah, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you did, dude. I wish more people would. I wish more people would come in here and chat. Like, I don't understand. So many people stream and they don't really interact with anybody, you know? It's like, a lot of people stream and they don't say shit to people. Not much. I like to interact, man. I welcome it. I wish more people would come in and chat. You know, like, let's do it. Like, come in and chat about the industry or whatever. And it's like, I'll take people who disagree. If someone feels like this game's not overrated, they love it, it's their favorite game ever, think it's the best game of all time, I say it's overrated, come on in and chat with me and tell me your reasons why you think it's amazing. I'll tell you reasons why I think it's overrated. Have a good debate. I would love if more people would come in and chat like you. I welcome it, man. It's like, bring it on. Yeah, dude. Oh shit, I need to use that thing. Like, I go on forums and I go online and I go in groups and I chat. You know, I type, but on Twitter, which Twitter's a freaking cesspool, man. Okay, how do I connect this little thing? Twitter is just a pit. Social media in general is an absolute cesspool. It's like, it's sad, dude. People just, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Mimics Veil. What the fuck is that? To mimic nearby objects. What the fuck is that? Twitter and social media they're gross. They're just gross. People are fucking assholes. People, they don't have any opinions of their own. All they do is they parrot whatever the headline says, whatever other people say. Nobody has their own opinion except me. Yeah. You know, nobody fucking seems to have their own opinion these days. They just say whatever the fucking headline says. I got my own opinion, though. That thing came in handy. I got my own opinions. I never base my opinions purely off of headlines. Never. I always think for myself. I don't care if a game has won every single award in the world. If I feel like it's overrated, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely, dude. I think if you went a day without eating ice cream, that would be a bad day for you. I think you need that ice cream, bro. Be wary of enemy. Be wary of rights. Oh shit. Yo, my weapon is so powerful. It's nice. It's really nice. Great, I'm gonna get freaking poisoned. Let's see if... Why can't I use my... Oh, cause... Right, that's why. Okay, God, I'm stupid. I'm poisoned. I'm so gonna die. Which part? Fuck. I don't remember which part. Shit. Fuck. Damn, I'm getting cooked here. I'm gonna die. I'm getting super poisoned. Alright, fuck it. I just gotta get in here and kill. I'm fucked. I'm super fucked. Oh, I gotta use my fucking thing. Alright, I'm gonna die here and that's okay. I'll just come back. I'm fucked. I got no shot. It's okay. I'll just die and come back. I always forget. Just started playing again, I forget. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Saying like, I don't think you can go a day without eating ice cream. You love ice cream, and I forget what else I was saying. Are you on Twitter? Do you go on Twitter? Do you go on social media and Twitter and shit? Alright, we got this. See if we can use our squid. Certain aspects of this game that I don't really understand yet, or that I'm still trying to get a handle of. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I think I have like 600 and something followers, but I'd like to get more. I guess some people, because I do photo contests. I do photo mode contests. I take screenshots of games and I win a lot of contests. So I think I get a lot of not a lot, but I mean I get some followers based on that. I mean, I guess you could say I'm kind of in the virtual photography community, but I'm really not. Like, I don't really like Bloodborne, Skyrim, Assassin's Creed, and Elden Ring. Yeah, dude. All those games. I just like taking photos in photo mode, and I'm not big on like schmoozing with people and identifying in a community, and I don't know, I just like taking screenshots. I don't know if you're on PlayStation Blog at all, but they always have share of the week photo mode contests, and I usually enter that, and I win often, but you don't actually get any prize, you just get recognition for winning. It'd be nice if they actually gave you something. But I should really enter more photo contests where you can win things. I rarely do that. I'm always entering contests where you don't win shit. And I'll win and I get nothing for it. It's funny because there was actually a photo contest for the share of the week photo contest was for this game. I didn't even enter it because this game's ugly. This game's not pretty. There's nothing I could do with this game. I couldn't do shit with it. It has no photo mode. So like, what the fuck can I do with it? It's gonna take forever to kill this thing. Yeah, we should add each other on Twitter. My Twitter name is my fucking ex years ago made it, so it's just she just made it my fucking name. It's JRPYZNAR at twitter.com. You should follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back, and you should retweet me and shit. I'm just gonna keep killing this fucking thing. You know, eventually once I start streaming like more seriously, I will like post when I'm gonna go live and do shit like that to try to get more people. But now it's just like I'm just fucking around, and if people want to jump in, great. If they don't, that's fine. Eventually I'm gonna take it more seriously though. I'm trying to put my camera on and so people can see reactions and take it more seriously. But for now, it's just like if I can get people to follow, that'd be great. If not, that's fine, but I do plan on taking it more seriously. Come on, die already. I don't want to get close and get poisoned. Alright, it's finally dead. Finally. That didn't take too long. Alright, I gotta see if I got any... Oh, is this the site of grace? Oh no, my lost runes, right. I gotta see if I got any anti-poison gear. Yeah, I was just saying, my Twitter is JRPYZNAR at twitter.com. I was saying we should follow each other on Twitter. And I was also saying that shit, I'm gonna totally die. I was also saying that I'm gonna start streaming more take streaming more seriously, you know, in the near future. I'm going to take it more seriously. Like, when I go to stream, I'll actually post it on social media. Like, I'll post on Twitter and whatever that I'm going live. I'm gonna set up my camera. I'm gonna stream on camera. I'm gonna try and do that relatively soon. Try and take it a little bit more serious, you know. But for now, it's just like, if people want to join, that'd be great. If they don't, that's fine. Damn, dude, I'm gonna totally die. But, for now, it's just for fun. But eventually, I'd like to stream more seriously. What the frig? I'm gonna have to get some kind of anti-poison shit, dude. I'm super fucked. Fuck, man, I'm screwed. Do I have anything that's anti-poison? And how do I even know? I don't even know. Immunity? I guess immunity. High immunity. Okay, yeah, go for it, bro. Yes, check out my Twitter, dude. Don't search me, just my Twitter. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, bro. That'd be tight. I gotta get some anti-poison. Item crafting. Anti-poison. Anti-poison. Okay. How do I make anti-poison? I'm still gonna die. I'm screwed, bro. I'm so gonna die. I gotta figure out how to get anti-poison. Alright, we need anti-poison. Let's craft some anti-poison. I don't even know, man. How am I supposed to get anti-poison? Alright. Man. I'm such a noob with this. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. What am I supposed to do? This isn't even crafting. What the fuck am I supposed to craft? I'm still gonna just die. Consumable, temporarily boost fire negation. I should have got an anti-poison spell. I should have got a spell that was like anti-poison. I don't think I have anything that's anti-poison. Fuck. What am I gonna do? Yeah, no doubt, bro. No problem. You know what? What's your Twitter? Tell me your Twitter. Type your Twitter on here. I'll screenshot it, and then I'll add you afterwards, and then I'll just message you on Twitter and say this is me. We'll do it that way. Just type your Twitter handle on here. I need more allies on Twitter, man. I don't have enough allies on Twitter. I really don't. I don't have enough people on my side. I don't have enough people on my side, period. Alright, restores HP, but also poison. No, I need anti-poison. Oh, I need anti-poison like a motherfucker. On horseback. Removes filth. Filthy. Man, I need some anti-poison. I don't even know. Where's the anti-poison at? There's no anti-poison. Stamina recovery. Boost immunity, that's good, but... I don't know, man. I don't know if I have anything that's anti-poison. It's all for crafting. Fuck. I'm so screwed. There's no way I'm gonna be able to beat these fucking chumps. There's no way. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what do I do? I'm getting poisoned like crazy. These cookbooks, maybe? I don't know what to do. I'm fucked. Dubby? So you're Dubby. Okay, okay. Dubby, gotcha. How many followers do you have? Just out of curiosity, not that it matters. Alright, what am I gonna do here? I'm so screwed here. I'm so friggin' screwed. Can't even use that. I'm so screwed. I got no chance. I had no chance. Ah, I'm getting poisoned as soon as I go in. Cracker? Yeah, we can do crackers. I'm gonna have to get some anti-poison stuff and come back because I'm screwed. I got no shot here. As soon as I go in here, I'm getting poisoned. Fuck, man. I'm just gonna fast travel out of here, and then I'm gonna. Oh, I can't fast travel out. Are you joking me? No, I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked. I can't fast travel out. No. Oh my god, I'm screwed. I have no anti-poison. I'm totally fucked. Totally fucked. I don't even know what to do. I'm guessing immunity will help me from poison? I'm just assuming? I don't even know. I'm fucked. Totally fucked. I'm gonna die. Like, straight dead. I don't even know what to do. Damn, I'm fucked. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I could even craft. There's no anti-poison. Boost robustness. Robustness. Fire negation. How about poison? Fire, you throw magic bolts. Nothing. Inflict damage. Sleep. Fucking makes your weapon fiery. Yeah, for your horse. Fucking shines. Faint light. Bolts. Bullshit. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I'm so screwed. And I can't fast travel out. I can't jump back up. I'm totally screwed. Totally screwed. This sucks. Yeah, you said it, buddy. I'm fucked. I can take something to improve my immunity, which I guess that's what. That ain't even gonna do shit. I'm screwed. Totally screwed. I don't know what to do. I'm fucked. I don't even know. Bro, I don't know what to do. Here, bud. Maybe I could throw some daggers at these guys. I wonder how far daggers go. I don't know what to do. Then I'm gonna have to come back here and I'm gonna get killed again and I'm gonna lose all my Runes. I don't even have that many runes, so I guess it's not a big deal. I don't know what to do, man. I can't even use my summons. I don't know why I can't use my summons either. It's so weird. Just stamina. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm fucked, man. I gotta start using these cookbooks. How do you, like... I don't even know. Shit, man, I'm fucked. I'll eat an immunity booster, I guess. It'll probably waste. It'll be a waste. It'll be a total waste, but what can you do? What can you do? Fucking... Man, I don't know. Let's see, throwing daggers. Maybe we could throw some daggers at them. I'm Scrooged. Totally Scrooged. That's about all I can do. I look at my fucking character. You know, I tried to make a character based off the that warrior lady from Game of Thrones, that big blonde fucking, I forget what her name is. I even named her after her. But it was kind of a mistake. I might change it because she just looks lame. Just looks like a fat weird lady. So screwed. I don't even know what to do. I'll eat my cured meat, see if it does anything. Oh man, I'm fucked. Totally fucked. Shit, man. I can't even get back up. I'm fucked, bro. Totally fucked here. I didn't even get the item. Come on. Totally dead. Fucking hell, dude. No chance. I think I'm just running, try and grab items, run out. I don't know what to do. I have no fucking immunity. I got nothing. Why can't I use my summons? I'm just gonna run in, see if I can grab my shit, see what I can grab, run out. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I got no fucking anti-poison, nothing. I'm fucking screwed. Oh, this guy again. Ah, he dropped runes like crazy. No, I don't want to hit the poison. Alright, maybe if I don't... Maybe I can stay above ground. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do here. I love this weapon. It's really good. Alright, maybe we can stay above ground for a while. I know there's shit in that swamp, though. I know there's stuff in the pit. You know what? Maybe I can kill this with fire. Let's try. Actually, is there even anything down here to be concerned about? Ah, my lost grace. Yeah, fuck. I gotta get my lost grace. God damn. This is rough. I don't know what to do. Is this where I came from? Like, is this a different area? This reminds me of Oblivion. I know you said Skyrim, but Skyrim as well. But this really reminds me of Oblivion, like a lot. Like going in these caves and shit. Didn't expect saves. Okay. I'm so gonna get poisoned. No! Oh, cool, cool, cool. I'll take it, I'll take it. It reminds me of when I would go into caves in Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls. Oh, come on, more of these fuckers? even get him. Fuck. How's that for good combat? Terrible. Terrible combat in this game. Terrible combat, but it's still fun. Like, I ain't mad at it. Super reminds me of Oblivion. And it is fun exploring these caves and shit. It is fun. Serpentine arrow. Alright, let's get back to dual wielding. I wonder arm. I'm gonna fucking die. I have nothing to stop the poison. I wonder if that armor I got actually will help against immunity or whatever the fuck. It's not even helpful. What the fuck? It's not that great. The immunity's worse. I don't get it. Sagehood, why? Robustness, focus, vitality. I don't even know what vitality does. Magic, fire, lightning, holy, but there's nothing about poison. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like looking this shit up either. Robustness, focus. I don't know. I don't know what the point of getting that armor was. I'm poisoned to hell. Lemonade or mango juice? I'll probably go with lemonade. I do like mango, but, you know, lemonade's a classic. Lemonade's classic, man. I think you're a fan of lemonade, right? Lemonade's definitely a classic. You gotta love that fresh lemonade, baby. Mango juice is underrated though. Mangoes are underrated. Yeah, I'll probably go with lemonade. But mangoes are good. They're pretty good. I like them. But yeah, lemonade is just good. It's classic. Okay, question for you. Milkshakes or smoothies? See how much it heals me. Alright, good. That's great. Yeah, milkshake or smoothie? Oh, no. Get out of that. Come on, he's coming to get me. Motherfucker, he's gonna kill me. That's a hard one, right? It's a tough question, man. I agree. Fuck, I'm dead, dude. I'm gonna so die. Fuck, I can hear there's a bat around somewhere. Alright, let's see if I can heal up again using my thingamajigger. I can't. Fuck. Let's see if I can use my tears. I can't do that. Alright, let's see if I can use this and then heal again. Yeah, I think I'll go smoothie as well, but I do love milkshakes. But yeah, smoothies are fucking good. I love smoothies. I love a good smoothie, man. So we got a little bit of health back. I like smoothies and milkshakes, to be honest, but yeah, I'd probably go with smoothie. Smoothies are fucking good. Even if you go to somewhere like Smoothie King or something, like, they can be fucking good. I don't know, man. Like, I think they used a lot of like remedies and things that we don't use now. I think they relied on a lot more things like that. Same with the Native Americans. I don't know, man. Sword in the Stone, that's a classic, that's a very classic story. King Arthur and all that stuff. Like, I wonder if any of that is real, you know? Any of that King Arthur stuff, like the Knights of the Round Table, all that stuff. Like, I wonder if there's anything that's true with that, anything that's real, or if it's all just legends and myth. It's actually cool. I think Arthurian legend is actually cool, like King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table. That stuff's really cool, I think. And a game called The Order 1886 actually plays on that. Really cool. Like, it has some very, very cool kind of fiction that they make up about it, and I think it's pretty dope. See, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to just go back and get my grace. I don't know what to do, man. Where is my grace? Yeah, the Order 1886 has some really, really cool lore. Some really cool stuff. I know I didn't get great reviews, but it's fun, man. Yeah, I think it was hard. People communicated, you know, in a lot of different ways, I think, back then. You know, it wasn't all just language, because it was difficult to, shit. I'm fucked. Yeah, it was difficult for people. Language and writing, not a lot of people could write. Communication was different back then. Alright, I'm super gonna die, so let's just try to get back to the beginning. I'm basically just accepting death here. 'Cause I can't stop the poison. I just can't stop it. Just accepting death. I have no other choice. The Middle Ages, the medieval times were really interesting, though. Hard life back then. Alright, I think I'm just gonna get my grace and then get out of here and come back when I actually have anti-poison. Or I'll just get my grace and keep going further and get all the items and then leave, but probably just get my grace and bounce. I just have no anti-poison. Yeah, the medieval times were cool. They were interesting, man. Intriguing. I like movies and fiction that deal with medieval times and Middle Ages and stuff. I think that's cool. Alright, where is my stuff? Alright, where's my stuff? Where's my grace? Should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there's so many. And it was scary back then, man. Like, it must have been scary. Like, people were ruthless. It was a ruthless world, man. It was ruthless. Like, you could get attacked and murdered, robbed, and no one will find out about it. It's not like they had not like they really had police. They had guards and stuff, but you could probably get away with a lot back then. Pretty ruthless world. And then you had the kings who could just tax you whatever they wanted. I mean, it's not much different than now with the government, but it was pretty ruthless times. I like games that deal in the Middle Ages, medieval times. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing more games that have a good story, though. Like some games during medieval times that actually have good stories. That would be interesting. Maybe I will go deeper in here. If I don't know if this is the way to go. Yeah, it was, man. It was rainy and dreary and hard life. Especially, you know, it was back. A lot of it was in England. That, you know, Europe, that area. So definitely rainy and dreary and all that. I'd love to go to Europe. I've never been to Europe. My dad went there a lot. Can I go through there? I don't think so. I would love to go to Europe and see what it's like, you know. I'd love to go to England and Germany and all these places that my dad went. See what it's like. It'd be fun. Hey, Baba. Don't go in there, dude. It's okay. I know, bro. I know how it is. I know, buddy. I know, bro. I know how it is. You can't go in there, though. Hey, you want cracker? Rock and roll. I don't know where your controller is, my dude. Hey. Alright. I don't know if I should continue going deeper or just leave. Can I fast travel out of here? I can't. Alright, Munchkin. You're just a Munchkin. Yeah. Munchkin man. Arrgh. He's grabbing the controller. Alright. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, this is hard to play through with him. I might just get out of this cave. I don't know if I really have stones for this cave, to be honest. Yes, finally did that. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, pirates were fucking so prevalent. And that's the thing, they could be. It's like, pirates could be prevalent. Which is crazy. People would literally make a career out of just, like, robbing people, out of just robbing ships, like, because they could get away with it. Like, that's crazy, man. Imagine nowadays if it's like gangs. If gangs nowadays just literally in their cars would block off a road and wait for people to come by and have to stop their car because they're blocking the road, and then they would just rob the cars that come by and fucking get away with it. That's what pirates were like back then. They would just get away with it. There's still thieves today, though. I got somebody robbed my garage, and somebody robbed my HVAC, my heating and cooling unit. They busted it, and they took all the copper wiring in my HVAC, which pissed me off so fucking much. They basically fucked my HVAC. I still haven't gotten it fixed. Sucks, man. Yeah, dude. The pirates were hardcore back then. Uncharted 4 is cool. It it deals with pirate history. Like, I don't know if you've played any of the Uncharted games, but it deals with the greatest pirate heist in history. Obviously, it takes place during current days. It doesn't take place during then, but you're trying to find the greatest pirate treasure that ever existed, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I might just have to leave this area because the poison is so hardcore. There was another way to go. It wasn't this way. There was another fucking way. I wonder if I can mark this on the map. I think so. I think they're probably the best bandits in history. Pirates were badass. They were very, very, they were very ruthless, man. They were definitely the most badass bandits in history, I would say. For sure. Let's put a marker here. Just so I know. I gotta get out of this area. I don't have the poison. I don't have the anti-poison. I'm out of here, bro. I just don't have the anti-poison. Ah, now I'm fucked. God damn it. Totally screwed. Now I gotta go back and get my grace after I die. Damn. Totally screwed. No, don't do that. Alright, when I die... Stop! God. When I die, I'm just going to get my grace and get out of here. The most richest pirate in the world. Well, the richest pirate in history. The biggest pirate theft. The biggest pirate treasure in history was, God, I can't even remember his name. It was the guy from Uncharted, though. I think it's like a $500 million worth of treasure the guy has. The guy stole and stashed. And supposedly it's still, like... It's still buried somewhere. I think it's like $400 or $500 million worth of treasure. Which is a lot. John Avery. Blackbeard, yeah, Blackbeard. Blackbeard and John Avery are probably the two biggest pirates in history that stole the most amount of money. Blackbeard is very famous as well. Blackbeard is more famous. John Avery had the biggest heist in pirate history, but yeah, Blackbeard, probably one of the most famous pirates ever. What must it have been like back then, man, being a pirate? It must have been a fucking hardcore existence. Those guys must have been hardcore. They must have been badasses. They were bad guys, but I mean, they must have been ruthless, man. They must have been tough. Like, the survival rate for pirates back in the day must not have been very good. They had to know that there was a good chance they were gonna die. Not only like in a fight, in a battle, in a ship battle, but also just out in sea, your ship could sink. If there's a problem with your ship, it could easily sink. Ships and things were not made as well back then. They didn't have the technical expertise. It must have been scary. Like, sailing a really far distance back in the day, back in the 14, 15, 16, 1700s, must have been terrifying, man. That shit must have been scary as hell. Like, what do? Your ship sinks, you're done. Like, it's over. Did not mean to do that. It must have been scary sailing. Even like Christopher Columbus and Marco Polo and Francis Drake, all these explorers. That shit must have been scary. Like, it must have been scary exploring like that. You didn't know if you were gonna live, man. You didn't know if you would sink. The funniest joke, I don't know. Like, I'm not really good with jokes. My ex, my kid's mom, she was a huge jokester. Where is my Grace? She was a huge jokester. She always told a lot of off-colored fucking jokes. Like a lot of risky jokes that you could probably get in trouble for. My dad told a lot of jokes. I never really memorized a lot of jokes. I probably don't have any good ones. Like, the best joke I probably got is, so two eagles walk into a bar, right? And that's it. That's all it is. That's the end. That's the entirety of the joke. There's no more. That's about as good. That's about as good as I got. So two eagles walk into a bar. I can't remember, but she would tell a lot of bad ones, like a lot of very politically not correct jokes, like about the Holocaust and about, you know, different minorities, and they were pretty off-colored. Like, they were not appropriate at all. I probably can't repeat some of them because they're pretty dirty, pretty bad. I'll probably get shut down. Yeah, we're gonna come back here once we get some anti-poison. We gotta get out of here. What's the funniest joke you've heard? I don't really have any good ones. I don't really have any good jokes. I can't even think of any, man. I was never good at, like, remembering jokes. She was. I was never good at it. I honestly don't know where to go in this game. Like, I don't know where the fuck to go. Whoa, baby boy. Whoa, baby boy. Whoa, baby boy. Hug. I just keep going straight, I guess. You're a joke. Yeah, it's tough when you're put on the spot to, like, what's the best joke you got? And it's like, I don't know. I don't have very good ones. I've always found it tough to tell jokes. I've never been good at it. Never been good at it. Never been great at jokes. My dad was good at telling jokes, not me. Never been good at it. I don't know where the F to go. Like, it's a good thing with this game, it's a double-edged sword. Like, it's cool that there's a big area, there's a lot to do, a lot of places to go, but it's also like, there's not much structure to the game. There's just not much structure. Like, you don't really know where the frick to go. Like, it's a good and a bad thing. There's so many places to go, but you don't know where to go. You really don't know where to actually go. Jesus. Trying to time the damn horse battle. It's hard to get the timing. Like, there's just not much structure. I guess it's kind of like Skyrim in that sense. Like, there's a lot of freedom, which is cool, but there's just not much structure to it, man. I think I've already been here, too. Like, I don't even think this is new. I think I've been to this area. Is that an enemy? I didn't even know if that was an enemy. How many games do I have? A lot. On my PlayStation profile, I think it says about 500 that I played. And then I've got a bunch of games I haven't played, so I have a lot of games that I still haven't played yet. I have games that are almost brand new, like in the package, that I haven't played. Like, I've got Cyberpunk that I haven't played. I've got a lot of games that I still haven't played yet. So I've got at least 500 games. Both digital and physical. I probably have more digital. I prefer physical games, like actual physical, real physical games. But I probably have more digital. Just because it's easier. But I love collecting games. I love collecting actual games. Physically. But sometimes there are good sales digitally. Plus, it is very convenient to have games digitally. But if I had my choice, I would always pick physical games. Okay, is there anything even here? Is there any point to this? There's too many areas where there's just no point. There's just no point to any of it. Like, there's just too many areas like that. Most satisfying thing I ever did in my life? Probably have a kid. That's probably the best thing I've ever done. Like, as far as actually doing something good. Still, it's scary though and tough, and I still don't know if I should have had a kid, because I don't know if I'm really should have been a dad. But that's probably the best thing I've ever done. Most impressive thing I've ever done is have a kid. Because he's an awesome kid. He's gonna be way better than me. What about you? What's the most impressive thing? The best thing you've ever done in your life? It's the only thing I've ever done in my life that probably has meaning and purpose. I would say purchasing a home and buying and paying off and purchasing a house, but I've had a lot of problems with the house recently, so I don't even want to fucking mention that. Had a lot of problems recently. A lot of issues. There's a lot of things I wanted to do in life but never did. Yeah, man. They're tough. It's tough having kids. Like, having a kid, it's really difficult. It's hard. It's really, really hard. Okay, this is just going back to where I've been. This is literally, I've been to all these areas. And this is gonna be the guy. Yeah, this is the guy. I've already been here. Alright, this is the sorcerer dude. Alright, I've already been here. Alright, good to know. Yeah, it's difficult, man. Having kids is hard. It's a really difficult thing. You're not ready for it. It's an awesome thing, but it's hard. They're really tough. I only have one. I couldn't imagine having more. Couldn't even imagine. Yeah. There are a lot of, those small problems though, they all add up. Like, the small problems kind of are the big problems. It all freaking adds up. All adds up, man. Do you live on your own, or do you live with your parents, or? Yeah, it all adds up, man. Did not mean to do that. Life is tough. It's hard, man. It ain't easy out there. Something I could actually get up on. The game's good, it's just got so many flaws. Oh, you live in Australia, that's right. That's right, dude. Yeah, Australia is cool, man. Australia is dope. It looks cool. I'd love to visit Australia. Australia looks really cool. I mean, you guys got kangaroos and you got wallabies and all that cool shit. You know, are you into boxing at all? Because you guys have a hell of a young champion in George Kambosos Jr. You guys got George Kambosos, and you got Alexander Volkanovski. You guys got some good combat sports athletes now. I don't know if you're into boxing at all, but George Kambosos, he really put Australia on the map. Are you into sports? Any sports at all? I know, what do you guys play? Like rugby? Rugby is big, right? You guys are into rugby. Oh, a lobster. A giant lobster, baby. Finally found the big lobster. I don't know, man. That would feel pretty crazy, I think, right? That'd be pretty insane, dude. Yo, the lobster whooped my ass, son. Damn. What the frig? Yo, one hitter quitter. Yeah, like Doom, pretty much. God, this pop-in is bad. It would be like freaking Doom. That basically is Doom. It's basically Doom. Imagine if that happened in real life. We'd all be screwed. I often wonder, like, what's wrong? I often wonder, what if the zombie apocalypse actually happened? Like, what would I do? Like, would I fortify my house and get fucking barbed wire and fortify the car? Where would I go first? Like, break into sporting goods shops, get guns, break into Walmart. Like, what if the zombie apocalypse actually happened? Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at it. I'd be okay with it. I think it would be alright for me. It would kind of reset everything. It would kind of, oh, thanks, bro. Thank you, Lou. L-U, Lou. I appreciate it, dude. Good to have you in here, bro. Yeah, if the zombie apocalypse actually happened, I'm getting housed here. I'd be alright with it. Like, it would reset everything. Financial status wouldn't mean anything anymore. Social status wouldn't mean anything. It would get down to survival, man. Survival instincts. Who could survive the best? Who is the smartest? Who is the toughest? Who strategized the best? Cracker? Yeah. It would be, I'd be okay with it. I would actually welcome it. it would reset everything. It wouldn't matter like if you were born into money or weren't. It would just matter what you can do from that point on. And I feel like I'd be able to hold my own. Yeah, cracker, dude. Cracker. Alright, let's rock and roll. I don't know if I can fight this lobster. I got my kid jumping on me. I don't know if I can fight this damn lobster. He's, tough. He's tough. Do I have a goal for this year? I don't know why on PlayStation it keeps cutting off what people are saying. I don't... I'm gonna totally die. I don't see the end. I'm assuming that you should ask if I have a goal for this year. Yeah, I do. I do. I just got back into fitness. I want to get... God damn, bro, I'm getting killed. I want to get fit again. I want to get as fit as I possibly can. I want to get the house fixed up. I'm putting up a fence tomorrow. And I want to get my kid, so I get my kid trained. I have a 3.5-year-old. And I want to get him, to become the greatest athlete ever. I want him to, I'm going to train him because I was an athlete. I'm going to train my kid and hopefully he can start catching a ball soon and we can get rock and rolling with that. You got a PS4 Pro? Yeah, dude, I really like the PS4 Pro. I have a PS4 Pro as well. But I got the PS5 at launch and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm really enjoying the PS5. Really enjoying it. But the PS4 Pro is good. I liked it. I had it for a long time. I still have it. I've got a white one. How do I get my horse back? I got a white PS4 Pro. And it's a nice console. I enjoy it. If anybody wants to friend me on PlayStation, I'm open to everybody. My PlayStation name is I am Tyler Durden 1. IamTylerDurden 1. I'm always down to have more people on PlayStation, more friends, more advocates. Same thing with Twitter too. Though that's not my Twitter handle. But yeah, man, I'm trying to come back. I had a bad year. I had a really bad year this past year. My relationship, my kid's mom, it went south. She moved out. I don't know what's going on with us now. I had a lot of problems with the house. I had just bought a house. Paid it off. I actually got robbed. Had a lot of problems. So I'm trying to make a comeback. I was in a big depression. I just started trying to make a comeback, like trying to work out again, trying to get my shit back together, trying to fix up the house, yeah, it's hard, man. Single dad, it's tough. And about moving on and having things happen, it's hard. It's really hard to move on, and I struggle with that immensely. I really struggle with holding on to the past and trying to move on from things, man. It's difficult for me. My father passed away five years ago. My mom passed away when I was 13. My family, there was issues with certain situations, with the inheritance and with all types of things, and the rest of my family, I don't really talk to them anymore. So it's tough. It's been hard. It's been hard moving past all that. It's been really hard. And then me and my kid's mom, we had a kid. We moved out to West Virginia. I'm from New Jersey. Originally spent my whole life in New Jersey. bought a house and everything, and then that relationship went south. She moved out. Now we're kind of good, but I don't know what's going on with us. So it's been fucking hard, man. It's been really hard. I have no parents. I have really no communication with the rest of my family. I got screwed on my inheritance. Originally I was supposed to get like $1 million, dude. And I didn't even get 1/10 of that. I didn't even get 1/10 of it. The estate, everything was mishandled. My other siblings were greedy, and they took more, so I kind of got screwed. It's hard. Like, it's hard not to be bitter. I believe that they did, yeah. It's hard not to be bitter in life, man. It's hard not to get past that. I'm a very bitter person, but I try not to be. I try to move past it. Trying to, overcome it, but it's hard. It's really hard, man. It's hard not to ask yourself, like, why, you know? It's hard not to ask yourself why. Why life is unfair. But what can you do? All you can do is just try to make the best of it and try to push yourself and be better. I don't know. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't think I'm strong. I think I'm weak, personally. But, I appreciate that, man. That's sweet. That's really sweet. I would love to, I'd love to. I didn't even stream on YouTube. My ex-fiance made my YouTube account for me years and years ago, and I never really even went on YouTube much. But, I would just throw streams on once in a while, and I started getting some people, and I had like no followers. I had like 7 followers. And now I've got like, I don't know, 400 or something in the past couple of months. I don't know why I've been getting more people, but screw it. Like, I'll keep streaming, and if I get more people, that's great. But to be honest, I do want to take it more seriously. I do want to set up my camera. I do want to go on Twitch and go on Twitter and things like that and announce when I'm streaming. I want to take it more seriously, and I do plan on becoming a legitimate streamer, hopefully, in the future. I appreciate that, bro. And maybe even getting some kind of supplemental income, having people be able to donate and getting viewers and having, multi-thousand followers and things like that, and putting out good content. I want to do that eventually. Now I just throw on a stream and, see what happens. But I'm hoping in the near future I can actually put it together and do some good work. Do something good. I'm trying to work out, get back in shape. That's kind of part of my apprehension about going on camera now. I want to be good. I want to be right. I want to feel good about what I'm putting on camera. So hopefully soon I'm gonna be able to turn the camera on and do it legitimately. Maybe get some supplemental income. Maybe just, even if I don't, I enjoy conversing with people. I love gaming. I love it. It's a passion of mine. And I don't think there's enough people out there who are knowledgeable about gaming, who stream and who are popular. A lot of the people who stream, they're kind of just jackasses. I actually know about gaming. I'm very, very involved in the industry. I talk to developers. I game a lot, obviously. I suck at this game right now. I'm just playing it again after not playing it for a long time. But I'm very, very heavy into PlayStation and gaming. And I feel like there's not enough people out there who have unique opinions, who have something good to say. Well, that's ridiculous, you know? It's like I love that. That's the thing about gaming is it doesn't discriminate. You know, everybody can game. Everybody can play. It was such a male dominated industry years back, but now that's completely changing. You know, so many females game, and my ex fiance, you know, that was something that we both enjoyed and we're both passionate about. And women are just as good at. They can be just as good. You know, we would actually have contests like the yearly rundown. PlayStation would give you a yearly rundown of how many trophies you got at the end of the year, and we would have contests to see who could get more platinums. Not cheesy platinums, but legitimate ones. She beat me every year except last year. Like, she's fantastic. Women are great at gaming. It's no longer a male-dominated industry, and it shouldn't be. And nobody should have the mindset that, oh, it's a girl, I don't want to play with. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's ridiculous. I actually love the fact that there's more females in gaming, but there's more female protagonists. Like, it's one of the things I actually like. I like about Sony, like Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Aloy is a fantastic protagonist. She's a strong female protagonist. She's not overly sexualized, but she's not ugly. I think she's beautiful, but she's not overly sexualized. She's strong. She's a great role model and protagonist, and we're seeing that a lot more now. Yeah, I have a cold. Yeah, I have a cold, and I'm not doing great, but you know, what can you do? But I love it, man. I think that there's more females in gaming, more female protagonists. There's more diversity. I think it's moving in a good direction, and people cry about SJW, this or that, and it's like, come on. Yeah, yeah. I've definitely got a cold right now. It's been cold. It's been really cold out. Shockingly, it's like it's Easter, man. It's Easter. Easter just happened, and it's freezing out. I was up helping put up posts for a fence on my property the other day, and it was so cold. I was out in the cold like all day. So yeah, I'm definitely a little bit under the weather, but it's all good. I actually have to finish putting up the fence again tomorrow. But yeah, I definitely have a cold. I apologize for that. Yeah, it's supposed to be spring. I was outside it was on Tuesday, and I was like, thank you. I was like, this is supposed to be spring. What's going on here? This isn't right. Also, hit me up on PlayStation. Shoot me a friend request on PlayStation. I am Tyler Durden 1. IAM TYLERDURDEN 1. Always looking for new people. Always looking for you know, advocates and you know, decent people, strong people, good people. I need good people on my side. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. My ex made my Twitter account too a long time ago. I just screw around. I don't have a ton. I think I have like 600 something followers. Not a ton, but it's at JRPYZNAR. And I have an Instagram. I don't even remember what the name is. I have a Facebook. I don't use it. But yeah, shoot me a friend request on PlayStation. I always like when people come in and talk. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Shoot me a follow, shoot me a friend request. I'm always looking for good people. I always like when people come in and have something to say. It's like I like conversing with people. I enjoy it. You seem like a really decent person, so I appreciate it. I don't know where Mandalorian went, but he's a good guy. He always jumps on in. It's not like I get a whole lot of people, but I appreciate, I appreciate loyal, good people, man. I just streamed the hell out of Forbidden West, which I think is a really good game. I actually think it's underrated. I think it's really good. Finish that, platinum that. I'm jumping more back into this, not as someone who just jumped on the bandwagon. In fact, I think the game's overrated. But it does have a lot of good points to it. Absolutely, I appreciate you jumping in, and definitely give me a follow and holler at me next time. I stream like every day. And hit me up on Twitter and PlayStation. I appreciate it. Absolutely. And have a good day. See, that's what I like. That's what I like. I want people to come in. I want people to come in and say something, and let's converse. And if you agree with me or you disagree with me, you want to be sweet, you want to be nasty, I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. I have to do dishes as well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, come on back for sure. I'm screwed. I'm gonna super die. I'm so dead. But no, it was good. I appreciate you hopping in. I don't get a lot of people, so I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to people. And fuck it, opening up and whatever, man. It's all good. Oh my god, I'm getting housed. Oh, I'm getting freaking housed. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta turn the camera on. I gotta get in shape. In better shape. In my shape. My kind of shape. My ideal shape. Like, I don't want to stream on camera unless I have something to offer. I want to make sure my arms will be popping. Make sure my arms are front and center, looking good. Give me a little confidence. Give me a little confidence there. So I like that, man. I like having people come in. I like to converse with people. I like to talk about gaming. Talk about life. Talk about anything. Disagree. Let's rock. Let's do it. I have my own opinions. I don't subscribe to the propaganda. Wow, I got killed. I totally got killed. Oh my god. Think for myself. I don't get a lot of support I don't get a lot of people watching, following, watching on replay, watching live. But I love what I have to say. I love who I am. I love rewatching myself or rereading things I type. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy me. And if nobody else does, that's fine. Because I enjoy me. I enjoy what I have to say. I enjoy, you know, the things I put out there. I like it. And I think there will be some people out there who agree, who feel similarly. Even though maybe it's not going to be the majority, it might be the minority. But that's fine, man. I'd rather have people love me for who I am than, and not have it be a lot of people, than have a lot of people love me for some fake nonsense. And that's just what it is. So I always just speak my mind, how I feel. I don't give a fuck. Refreshing though to have people come in like that. It's very refreshing. Refreshing, man. Mandalorian, Lou. I'd rather have 2 people like that than have 100 people who don't say anything or who are just negative or, you know, who aren't very good to converse with. Like, I appreciate that, man. Give me 2 people, 2 soldiers, 2 good people over 100 useless people. All day, baby. All day. I almost started crying. I almost teared up. Like a little punk. A 6'1", 240-pound punk. I got a little watery there, thinking about my life, thinking about everything that's going on. Got a little watery. Damn, this is kind of ridiculous right here. I don't know what to do, and I just have not been focusing on gaming. As my ex said, I'm so freaking bad at multitasking. I'm so bad at it. Oh man, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill this whole area. I just wasn't focusing. I'm so bad at multitasking. Like she said, I'm bad. Even if I'm just talking, I have to stop what I'm doing. I gotta be better at that. I gotta be better at that. I suck at this game. I'm coming back to it too after not playing for like a month. I suck, man. I've never been amazing at Souls-likes, even though I 100% Bloodborne. I've never really been amazing at them. But coming back after not playing this for a month or whatever, I suck, dude. I'm really bad at it. Jesus. I'm freaking terrible. I'll get it though. All I gotta do is focus. I'll do better. I just wasn't focusing. I started talking about my life and I get all ingrained in that. Can't focus. But I enjoy it. Damn, bro, I'm getting housed. Come on, get that health up. Maybe we can use the summons. We'll get it. We got this, baby. We got this. We're on point. No problem. Got the jellyfish. Get out. Let the jellyfish do some work. Do some work on them, jelly boy. Do some work. I don't even know if he's doing anything to them. There we go. We're taking them down one by one. You can't pause. It's so hard having a kid and not being able to pause. Where is the jellyfish? That was sweet, though. I really appreciate having her in there. She's a sweetheart, man. She's a sweetie, dude. That was like, that was sweet. It actually made me feel better. She was really sweet. I wish I felt like I was a strong person. I'm not strong. I mean, shit, that was sweet. Saying that I'm good, like a good streamer, saying that she thinks I'm gonna get big or whatever. That's sweet. That's just sweet, man. All right, buddy. It's okay. I'll take a death for a toddler. I'll take a death for a toddler any day, bud. You're definitely worth dying for. You're worth dying for, baby. It's all good. Alright, now let's focus. Let's focus. Let's do some murder. We're gonna do a murder on you. Alright, let's do some straight murder here, baby. You know what? I'm gonna send the wolves out. Let's see what they can do. Because the jellyfish didn't do anything. Come on with this. You gotta get used to the timing of horse combat. See, I missed. You gotta get the timing down. Are the wolves gone already? Damn. See, how do you get that back? Does the FP replenish your ability to send summons out? Ah, the pain in the balls, man. God damn, dude. Alright, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. This is easy. This is easy work. This is easy work. I hope people did friend request me. I hope they shoot friend requests. I don't think Mandalorian has friend requested me yet. Shoot me them friend requests. I need an army of supporters. And Lou, hopefully she sent me a friend request. I'm all about it. I need that support, man. I need that support staff. I don't have much support in IRL. Basically, almost no support. All I got is my ex and my kid. That's it. My ex and my kid. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else. Even my best friend is gone. My best friend's gone. I ain't got shit. I ain't got nobody. I need that support. Big time. I don't need it. I'd like it. I would like it. Why the jellyfish? Why can't I use... Yeah, it's weird. You can... I don't get it. I don't get certain aspects of this game. I really don't. Don't tell me I'm poisoned now. Come on, jellyfish. Hit him up. Hit him up. I hit him up. Get him. Come on, Jelly. Do your thing, Jelly boy. Son of a bitch. I'm so bad right now at this. Alright, can I... Ah, no, that's just another hit. I can't... I was trying to charge my Vow. Alright, we got this. Just gotta time... Just gotta time it, baby. Just time it. We got this. We got this shtick. I wish my Twitter name was something different. I wish everything was just under the I am Tyler Durden name. I wish, but I'd prefer it was. I like that alter ego, man. That's my fucking alter ego. Tyler Durden is my alter ego. Tyler Durden is my fucking alter ego. That's what I want to be. That's how I envision myself, even though I'm not that. I envision myself as that. I strive to be that. If anybody watched Fight Club, you get it. You get it. Come on, just die already. That's my fucking alter ego, baby. That's the superhero version of me. A late 90s Brad Pitt. That's the superhero version. That's what I want to be. I'm definitely under the weather. I'm under all the weather. All the weather, I'm under it right now. In all types of ways. Physically and mentally. I am not over the weather. I'm definitely way under it. Way under it. Alright, now we can actually like explore. The game is good. It is good. The more I play it, the better it is. The better it gets. But it is still overrated. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I kind of want to search for items. That was so sweet. What a sweet girl. What a sweetheart. So sweet. Somebody's actually telling me I'm good. Because I think I'm garbage right now. Like, I just throw my streams out there, and it's just me. That's it. And sometimes I'm loopy and sleep deprived, trying to work around the schedule of this young boy. And kind of nutty. And I don't have the camera set up, and I'm sucking horribly at this game. And even the way I play is not conducive to streaming. I play a very slow-paced game. Kind of neurotic. Kind of check everything. It's not conducive to streaming. So to have someone tell me that I'm good, that's sweet, man. It's really, really sweet. Because I haven't felt that. I haven't felt much support. If anybody's listening or watching or watches on replay, yeah, I have no support. I haven't felt any support. I haven't felt anything. Like, I don't really get hardly anybody. All I've gotten is reinforcement that people don't feel what I have to offer. People aren't feeling me. They don't like what I am. And that's fine. I can deal with that because I like aspects of what I am. But I haven't gotten any of that. So it was sweet, man, to get that from her. It was really nice. I don't see shit else here, so I'm gonna just go to that thing. That was really sweet. That was motivating and nice. That meant a lot. That was really, really awesome. I don't know, man. I should go to this. Alright, we got a new map that was found. I gotta get my shit together, though. I gotta get fitter, get the way I want. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta be something. I gotta be something better. I gotta be something respectable, something impressive in at least some aspects. I gotta be something. You're not gonna be able to be anything unless you're something. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna care if you're nothing. If you're just a slob. If you're just a nothing. No one's gonna care. Nobody will care. You have to fucking... You gotta play the part. You gotta look the part. You gotta do it. You gotta be worth caring about. You have to be worth caring about superficially for somebody to care about you. in all aspects of life. Nobody cares about if you're a schlub. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about what people are inside. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. It's all superficial. Anybody only ever cares about how you look, what you have, your status. That's all anybody cares about. So I gotta get that other shit up to snuff. I've been working out. I gotta stay on it. I gotta get obsessed. I have to get obsessed with it, man. It has to be an obsession. It's gotta be an obsession. It's gotta be all day, every day. Eat, sleep, breathe, fitness. Just to get halfway where I want to get. I'm never gonna get where I want, but just to get closer to where I want. I gotta eat, sleep, and breathe. I've been dealt so many bad hands. So many things I need to overcome and work twice as hard. I gotta actually do it. I gotta actually fucking do it. Not think it all the time. I'm always thinking it. I gotta do it. I gotta put it into action. Whether I'm under the 8 ball or not. I got a lot of issues. A lot of issues right now. I gotta get it though, man. I gotta get it. I've got to do the best with what I've got. So what the fuck? What am I supposed to do here? I gotta do the best with what I've got. I can't just fade away into a depressed slumber and become subhuman like I've been. Bro, I can't even get to the inventory. This thing won't go away. What is going on? Jesus, this fucking game. I can't be subhuman, man. I gotta get it. I gotta be the best me I can be. I gotta get there, man. I gotta get it. And it starts with fitness. It all starts with fitness. I gotta feel good. I gotta look good, feel good. And then motivation will come. If I can actually feel comfortable with who I am, I'll be more inclined to push myself and be in public. I'll be more motivated. So I gotta get there. It all starts with fitness. Why do you keep saying that, bro? Sharky? You can't have that. That's soda. We don't drink that stuff. That's mommy's. I guess she's gonna get it in 2 weeks when she comes back. That's mama's. That ain't ours. We don't drink that stuff. We don't drink that stuff. You want juice? Hey, you can have some juice. Bye-bye. Alright, you can just play with the can. But we don't drink that. That's not what we do. Here. You want juice? Juicy? We don't drink that. Can't drink soda. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's empty calories. Can't do it. I'm not 20 anymore. Even for him, can't do it. Just empty calories. Totally empty. There's nothing valuable about it. Can't fucking do it. Alright, where's the damn map? They said something about a map. There's a map. What am I supposed to do with the map? Shouldn't it just automatically do its thing? Like, what do you do with the cookbooks? I don't even know. Cookbooks. Academy scroll. Like, what do we do with this crap? It said something about a map. Like, looking at the map would help me get through the door. Like, I don't even know. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Alright, we gotta add that to our inventory. I don't know, man. I'm still trying to get my bearings with this fucking game. I'm telling you what. If I had played it all the way through, I would definitely have more of a hold on it. But I stopped playing it, got into my game of the year, Forbidden West, and now I'm just like lost. I'm lost. Alright, I can't do it from here, right? And what is with the fucking map? Like, what am I supposed to do here? You got a map. Like, that's gonna let you get into this door. Like, that ain't happening. I don't know what they expect me to do with that map. I don't know, man. I don't know much. Been my saying. I'm just flabbergasted. Bewildered. I don't have the chutzpah. I don't have the gumption. I don't have the grit or tenacity or anything. I just ain't got it. I ain't got it anymore, man. I ain't got it. That's literally one of the things I say to myself the most these days is that I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know much. Like, I ain't got much. I ain't got much in me. I ain't got much. I ain't got much anymore. These are like the monologues that Tyler did. Ain't nobody on. Ain't nobody watching. These are like self-diaries. These are the self-diaries of Tyler Durden. And nobody's gonna care about you unless you got something to offer. Physically. Nobody. Nobody's gonna care. You are not an interesting person unless you got something to offer physically. So I gotta make sure I continue working out. Continue trying to get there. Nobody's gonna care. You can be interesting, but if you're a schlub, nobody's gonna give a fuck. So I gotta get there, man. I gotta get there. I gotta at least have standout attributes. And I'm not there right now, but I gotta get there. I gotta get there. You gotta have something. You gotta bring something to the plate, cause your brain ain't it. It ain't it, folks. And nobody care about that. Nobody cares about that. Ultimately. What the fuck was that? Nobody cares about that. They want that little sexiness with it. They want a little spark with it. There are a million people out there with great minds, and nobody cares. You gotta look the part. You gotta have something to offer. And I know that. It's unfortunate, but I know that. I'm well aware. The only way doors are open to you in life is if you have something to offer. Other than your brain. It's the only way. It's the only way. It's the only way anybody cares. This fucking thing. This thing, that is cool, man. The tree falls, it's like pretty cool. Even though the tree falls through the earth, it's still cool. I would love the fanboys of this game to come out and look, I'm not trying to rip the game. I'm not trying to say it's a bad game. It's a really good game. It's a great Souls-like. But it's flawed. This game has flaws. Here, Cracker. The game has flaws that people are not willing to admit. So I would love the biggest From Software fanboys and fangirls to come out and let's talk. Like, let's have a conversation about it. And I'm enjoying the game more as I play it. I really am. I'm seeing the good aspects of it. I'm seeing the appeal. But there's still a lot of flaws, man. This thing is really cool. This enemy is awesome. It's like a cart. It's like a fucking cart. A head cart that spits fire. Like, it's very original. Very, very cool. So many good strengths. This game has some amazing strengths. God, it really does. But it's still got some bad weaknesses, too. Bad weaknesses that I would have hoped From Software would have corrected by now. Like, we've been seeing this since Demon Souls 2009. Like, where... Like, what's going on here? What's going on with the performance and the graphics and the animations and the hitboxes and the clunkiness? Like, what's going on here? What's going on with the story? Let's get some real coherent story going on. Let's get some AAA graphics. Let's get a little smoother controls. Let's get some good hitboxes. Let's have some good performance with the frame rate and popping. Like, let's do that. We're now a 10 million seller with Dark Souls 3. We're now a 12 million seller with Elden Ring in what, less than 2 months? Which means 12 million in less than 2 months. That equals 30 million lifetime. Like, at least this game is going to sell like Call of Duty. This is going to sell like Call of Duty. This is going to do Call of Duty numbers. It could do prime Call of Duty numbers. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. Like, to do 35, 40 million, probably won't do that. But this game's going to do well over 20 million. I think it's going to hit 30 million lifetime, which is a monumental number for anybody other than Gran Turismo. Oh, no, 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 no! That just happened. I don't know, which is different. I want to revive here. It's gonna do monster numbers. It's gonna do... The numbers are going to be rotund. Like, it's gonna do silly numbers. Silly freaking numbers. Absurd numbers. God, I gotta do all this bullshit again. And that's fine, but let's be honest about it, you know, like, let's be a little more, wow, he went flying, that is really cool. Let's just be honest about it. Like, the game is really good, man. The strengths are off the chart. The strengths that this game has, that From Software games have, they are off the charts. But the weaknesses are still there. Massive weaknesses. Still there. They haven't been improved going on 13 years. Like, we gotta be honest about it. Just, we have to be fucking honest. I'm not fighting that crab. How do I get back to where I was without going through the front gate? I don't even remember. This game's got amazing strength, but it's got weaknesses. It's got real weaknesses, too. I wouldn't even harp on them if people weren't ignoring the weaknesses. If people weren't flat out ignoring the flaws and the weaknesses and pretending they didn't exist, and then criticizing the same flaws that are in other games so heavily, I would never. I wouldn't. I'd let this game do its thing, man. What the F? Okay, this guy. You can't reach me from here. Oh, sweet, I can jump over. That's what's up. Great, I gotta use a fucking health. But I would not criticize this game so heavily. No freaking way. It's a really good game. It's a great Souls-like. I struggle to say it's a great game because there's a philosophical question out. There's just a philosophical question in general about whether these From Software games have ever been great games. they have a lot of flaws, or whether they're very endearing and unique and interesting. But are they great games? Are they truly great games? They've always had the same flaws. That's a philosophical question that needs to be answered, or doesn't. But that's the reason why I struggle to say these are great. You know, it's a great game. These are great games. But I will say it's a great Souls-like. I will absolutely say it's a great Souls-like because it is. I mean, this has more shit than any other Souls-like. Now, it's not my favorite Souls-like so far from what I've played. My favorite would be Bloodborne. And people are like, oh, you're hypocritical. You're only saying Bloodborne because it's a PlayStation exclusive. No. I'm saying Bloodborne because A, I haven't finished this, and I'm not even that far in it, so I don't know yet. B, I'm saying Bloodborne because I liked it better for numerous reasons. People could say, oh, this is so much better than Bloodborne. I mean, it all depends. And also, you're judging the game 7 years later after 3 more releases. Of course it's going to be better. That was the whole argument with Forbidden West. It's like, well, of course it's going to be better. It's 5 years later. Yeah, but they added so much to it. And it was only the Ratty. It's a rat. And it's only the next game. You know, there have been 3 games with From Software. So yeah, it damn well better improve and evolve. But also, this is not a sequel. This is a new IP. So it should have new elements. In fact, for a new IP, it repeats so many elements to the point where it's surprising it's called a new IP. Like, this could have been Dark Souls 4. It just could have. It's the same shit. It's the same everything except open world. And there is some great little evolution. Some great little additions like the Ash of War. That was a really good addition. Great addition. Basically, weapon skills, interchangeable weapon skills. Great addition to the game. Really nice addition to the game. The guard counters, which I don't really use except in the beginning during the tutorial. I gotta start trying to use those, but yeah, that's a good little thing. Being able to jump is something that I can't credit. I can't give credit to that. I just can't. I cannot give credit to the fact that you can jump and do jump attacks in the game. I can't do it, and I have in the past, but I should stop. That is so basic. Like, if you're hyping up a game because it has a fucking jump button, even though the previous games didn't, like, I can't give credit for that. I just can't. The horse, I can give credit for, though. Not every game has to have a horse. I definitely give credit for the horse. Even though the horse could be better in certain aspects, still, it's good. Even though they kind of had to put a horse in because, you know, you need some quicker way to traverse this landscape because it's so big, it's open world. Still, they put a horse in, that's good. You can do combat on the horse, which is very good. I can't even hate at that. Now, the horse combat could be a little smoother. You want a drink? I can't give you that, but I can give you this. The horse combat could be a little smoother. The fact that you could have more combat variety with the horse, because I see other enemies on horseback who are able to do attacks with their horse. Their horse is able to just kind of stomp you, and they're able to do area of attack, AoE attacks on the horse. They're able to do some really cool moves. It would have been really nice if From Software implemented a very minor skill tree for the horse. I think that would have put it up, man. That would have improved the game a lot. Even though it's one aspect, you know, I think that would have been really freaking cool if the horse had its own skill tree, and you could, you know, you could do those AoE attacks that you see the enemies do. If you could do these bursts and these horse melee attacks and things like that, kicks and stuff like that, I think that would be awesome, dude. I think that would be so cool. That would have been so cool if they made the horse combat a little smoother. It's just a little janky, but those are minor nitpicks. Just minor nitpicks about something that's good, you know? about something that's good in general. Like the fact that there's horse combat is great. It's a great thing in general. Like I can't hate on that. There we go. I can't hate on that. It's a good thing. But, you know, I can nitpick. I can nitpick. When a game is a 97 the first 2 weeks, and a game is a 96 ultimately, yeah, when it's going to be the consensus game of the year and a top 20 greatest game of all time, according to most people, I can nitpick. And that's why I do. It's the only reason that I do. I don't allow the general consensus to think for me. I just don't. I have my own thoughts, my own opinions. I don't give a fuck how popular something is, how well it sold, what the headlines are. Like, I always see these people in groups and shit. The Nation, whatever. Their biggest rebuttal is like 96, 97 Metacritic, 96 Metacritic, 12 million. So, like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care if John Linneman, who I respect from Eurogamer Digital Foundry, says it's the greatest open world of all time. That simply isn't true. It simply isn't true. It's not the greatest open world of all time, unless I just haven't seen enough of it. Which, that's the excuse. You barely played the... Man, fuck out of here with that childish nonsense. You barely played the... Bro, I've played like probably 30 hours solid, even though it probably says 50, 60 hours. A lot of that's idle time, but I've probably played at least solid 30 hours. You play a game after 30 hours, you can't say you barely played the game, even if it's a 200-hour game. This is probably like a 200-hour game if you do everything. Yeah, no, it doesn't just come down to context with this. It comes down to the fact that if you play a game for 30 fucking hours, you have a good idea of what it is. You have a good idea of what's going on. You have a good idea of the open world. And the open world is good. It's very good. Especially for the first try on a Souls game, first try by From Software. They did a fantastic job. I don't think I can get up there, but I'll try it again. They did a fantastic job. It's huge, the open world. There's a lot, I hesitate to say there's a lot to do, because, I mean, there is, but everything you do, it's just the same thing. It's just you're killing things. There's a tiny settlement, which they aren't even really settlements, but, you know, a small settlement where you're just killing things. Small dungeons, which are just small chalice dungeons, basically, where you're killing things. It's just, you're killing stuff. There's no puzzles. There's no activities. What is this? See, I don't want to fucking die. I don't know where to go. I really don't want to die, man. There's no puzzles. There's no activities. The NPCs aren't proper. They don't have routines. They don't really have AI. They don't have lip syncing. They're not existing in the world, like, doing anything. They're just standing in one spot. Like, there's a lot of things about the open world that are not the greatest ever. Like, I don't understand how highly qualified people like John Linneman, who I respect greatly, but he's more of a technical guy. He's more at counting pixels and judging ray tracing and frame rate. For him to say it's the greatest open world of all time, it's a really good open world, but like I've always said, there is nothing in this open world that is any better than 2006 Oblivion. And quite honestly, that was a better open world, because that game had more things you could do. It had more activities. It had more variety to the open world. The settlements were more legitimate. It had real NPCs that had routines. It had guilds and things you could join that would give you new quests. Like, you join the Thieves Guild, all this stuff. It had pickpocketing and, picking locks and breaking into people's houses. And, of course, it had the dungeons and the caves and all that shit. That game was amazing for 2006. I believe it was 06. That game was amazing. what it did for open worlds in 2006 on console, I played it on 360 the day it came out. Got the big fat boy strategy guide. I was blown away by Oblivion. Everybody talks Skyrim. What about Oblivion? For its time in 2006, to do what it did on a console in 2006 was amazing. We hadn't seen stuff like that. Maybe, what, Morrowind back in 2001, 2003, whatever. No, man. And that was impressive in its own right, but the open world was just, it was a tech demo. I mean, it was the most bland, empty, just square mileage. They just wanted to brag about square mileage. It was a tech demo. It was really interesting because it was so large, but it wasn't actually that good like the open world. Oblivion was. Like, it was actually good. I'm afraid of this thing. And it's like, I don't really see anything in this open world that is more impressive than what Oblivion had. And that's not a knock on this game. No one said it had to be better. Those were Bethesda games. This is what they specialize in. They're RPGs. They're Western RPGs. This is technically an RPG, but not so much. It's more of an action RPG. You know, those Bethesda games are more legitimate Western RPGs, so it makes sense that it could even be close to that, but that was 2006. And if you're talking greatest open worlds of all time, they're not specifying for a Souls game, for an action RPG, for this or that, or an action game. No. John Linneman saying the greatest open world of all time. That is just not accurate. It's just not accurate. Now, it's great for Souls-like, and for the first From Software game, fantastic. And it's huge, awesome. It's really cool, the open world. It's great. But to say it's the greatest open world of all time just seems inaccurate. Very inaccurate to me. Very, very inaccurate. Nobody said it had to be the greatest open world of all time either. But it's like when people throw out these hot takes and they get momentum, it's just they're inaccurate. They're not correct. It bothers me. Is this even an enemy? What is going on here? Okay, I guess it's not. There's like patches in like different form. What is this? Let's get off the horse. But yeah, it's not the greatest open world of all time. Come on, folks. Come on, folks. Let's get back to reality here. It's good. Not the greatest.
Read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers.
And as cool as some of the aspects are, they could have done a lot of things better. Like even the NPCs, the art design of them are amazing, but the actual technical capabilities are terrible. They're putrid. They're all sitting down or standing, all with either masks or hats covering their face. And if they're not covering their face, the lip syncing is non-existent. It's just the mouth opens and closes at the same rate for every NPC, regardless of what's said. There is no lip syncing. It's the same animation for every NPC. Like, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to have some lip syncing. It would have been nice to have some AI. It would have been nice to have some routines. And the argument, oh, it's just character lip syncing. No, it's the whole AI routine. Like, it would be dope if they had an AI routine. If they seemed like they were living and breathing in the world, like it would flesh it out. It would give it more life, and they don't do that. Like, this is about as lively as you're gonna get from an NPC.
You.
It's just, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Yeah, there are great aspects to the game. I want it all, baby. I want graphics. I want good AI. I want good hitboxes. I want good performance. Give me it all. Why not? 2022, next generation. Do it.
All hearing slaughtered, but alas, it was for naught.
Want it all, man. You're gonna sell 30 million copies of a game. Bro, I want big dick, top notch, A1 production. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Poor fool.
This is no longer niche Japanese, you know, style. This is big time, big budget AAA. Big budget AAA.
Please, you're...
I don't get it. What is she doing?
Michaela's faith?
What is she doing for me?
Slaughter.
What the fuck
But
is
all
this?
you need to is snatch it.
Snatch it from a big pot, so get something from a pot.
Breathe.
I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. Can I kill this thing? It's awesome. The art design is so badass, dude. It's amazing. Amazing. But I would just like, come on, give me some AI routine. Give me some lip syncing. Let's not have the clipping be abhorrent like it is. Like, I don't want my weapon to just go through the character. Every game has clipping. It's worse in this game. I'm sorry, it just is. It's much worse in this game. It's bad. The clipping's really bad. Like, really bad. There are levels. Like, I don't know. Call me crazy. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. The game is amazing in certain aspects. The game's really good. I want the greatest game of all time, supposedly, to be fucking pinned down perfect. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, I want it. I'm not afraid to say it. Horizon Forbidden West is my game of the generation. I'd like the next game to have better climbing. I would have liked that game to have a little bit smoother climbing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you know? There weren't a whole lot of other flaws in that game, but, you know, the climbing was a little laborious. It was a little clunky. Yeah, I'd like this shit to be better. I want my fucking cake and I want to eat it too. There's nothing wrong with that, and we shouldn't be afraid to say that. We shouldn't be afraid to criticize a great game, or a good game, or a very good game. No. No game is perfect. And if you're gonna score a game like it is perfect, like this got more perfect scores than damn near anything, yeah, I'm gonna hold it to a fucking very high standard. A very, very high standard. I don't give a fuck about the fanboys. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing to try on the door. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to protect some shit and act like there's no issues, because there are. And people want to put Sony games through a fucking microscope. Okay, let's do it everywhere. Let's do it with every game. Gran Turismo. Fucking Rich Masasi from Review Tech, you fat fucking dickhead. I would never say that unless you were an asshole, and you're an asshole. Like, bro, you want to say that Gran Turismo 7 has a PS3 graphics, and then you want to go on about Elden Ring as you love it so much, and you've never played a Souls game in your life. He says he's played 3 hours of Souls games in his entire life before Elden Ring. No. You've never played a Souls game in your life. If out of the dozens of Souls games, of Souls-likes, that have been in existence, because there are, not just from software, other people make them, you've only played 3 hours out of the dozens, probably hundreds of Souls games out there, Souls-likes. And you've only played 3 hours over 13 years and probably 100 games. 3 hours. You've never played Souls. You've never played it. Him saying he's played 3 hours of Souls-likes, what does that even mean? Like, you played 1 hour of Demon Souls, 1 hour of Bloodborne, 1 hour of Sekiro? Like, you jumped into Dark Souls 1 for a few hours, or you jumped into Bloodborne and you couldn't get out of the first area? That's your 3 hours. Like, what does that mean? That means nothing. That means a bagel. It means zero. It's a goose egg. It's a fucking big O. It doesn't mean anything. You have never played a Souls game. Just say that. Just say that. Like, just have the balls to say that. I get criticized for barely playing this game. I get called on my shit for not playing enough From Software, not playing enough Souls-likes. I've fucking 100%ed Bloodborne. I've beaten numerous Souls likes. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. You can tell me 3 hours. Not just 3 hours of Bloodborne or 3 hours of the last From Soft. No, 3 hours of Souls likes ever. Of Souls likes ever. Not just even just From Software. Like, you've never played a Souls like. But you're in love with this game. Yet you say you hate Gran Turismo 7, and you say it has the worst graphics, it's PS3 graphics. But you don't say jack shit about the graphics in this game. You do not say fucking anything. The graphics are ugly. These are ugly graphics. This is ugly. This is ugly. What's on screen? PS5, performance mode. It's ugly and it runs bad. It just is. The game's awesome, but come on, man. What's with all the double standards? What's with people who are supposed to be above the fanboy stuff? People who pride themselves on being the intellectuals, the neutrals, the cream of the crop, the best of what the industry has to offer. They're the anti-fanboys. And you're going to come through with some heavy agenda-laden shit. You're going to come through pushing propaganda and agendas and yellow journalism. Like, come on, man, this is not right. Don't feature yourself as this impartial person who's above agendas and push agendas. You obviously have something against Sony. You obviously have something against Gran Turismo. You obviously have some agenda. Rich Musashi from Review Tech. Musashi. The real R2, whatever. You obviously have some kind of issue somewhere. And that's based on watching and following a lot of his shit. But it's like, you can literally just look at one aspect, and the sparks are really good. The sparks look good. The particle effects are actually pretty solid in this game. I'll give it that. The fidelity, the character models, the assets suck, but the animations suck. But the sparks, they're great. But I can literally just isolate one thing. You go on and on about Gran Turismo 7 being so ugly and having PS3 graphics, and you go on and on gushing about Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring has worse graphics than Gran Turismo 7. I mean, in my opinion, Gran Turismo 7 is a beautiful game. Inconsistent, yes. Overall beautiful, yes. The highest highs of the game are gorgeous. The lowest lows, yeah, it can have some bad trees, some bad foliage. It can look bad at times, the lowest lows. Yeah, it's a candy. But you're going to go on about how bad looking Gran Turismo 7 is, and you're not going to say anything about the graphics negatively in Elden Ring. No. Okay, then you don't have to eat it. That to me shows bias. It shows an agenda. No. Then we're not eating it, bud. That to me shows you have an agenda. Like, what the fuck? The graphics aren't good in Elden Ring. They're not good, and that's fine. No one said they had to be great. But if you're gonna fucking rip a game that has better graphics and rip it for its graphics and then not rip another game, what are we doing here? How can we trust anything you say? Like, the game is good, man. This game is really good. It's a great Souls-like. But I push back on it because I see all of these people lying and ignoring the truth. Like, this lady on fucking YouTube, I was actually trying to look up and see people who actually criticize the game, who get views. She's this very attractive woman on YouTube, and her article is something like Elden Ring is bad, and then it's like Elden Ring is bad, like with a question mark, something like that. So I thought she was actually going to criticize the game, but she defended it, really. And she said the game, she would go over criticisms that some people have had, like the performance. And she's like, yeah, I've heard the performance is bad on PC, but it's amazing. It runs amazing on PS5. Not true. It still runs like shit on PS5, even in performance mode. And I'm not the only one to say that. Even like Digital Foundry agrees. Other people agree. Like technical experts. She said the game is beautiful on PS5. It's just not. The art style is great, but literally you could just if you were able to like know the poly counts, look at the texture resolution, look at the animations, some of the lighting, like no, it's not a beautiful game. Like it's just not. Just look at the assets. Like it's really not. I had someone come into the stream and say, "Is this Skyrim?" Because it looks like Skyrim. It's on a visual par, or it's at least close to a visual par with Skyrim. Like it's in the same ballpark, at least. It's better looking, but it's in the same ballpark. Like it's not that far off. Like, come on, people. Yeah, like that shit just drives me crazy. I gotta, if anybody ever watches this on replay or is watching now, whatever, I gotta heat up some food real quick. So I'm gonna go on a rant while I heat up food. But it's like, come on, people. I don't have an agenda against the game. People think I do because it's not exclusive and I love PlayStation. No, it's not it. It's because of everything people are saying. Like, I just can't sit quiet when people are saying and getting 50,000 views. Like, getting all these people agreeing with them in the comments. Like, when you're saying this is Elden Ring is a beautiful game. I mean, if you value the art style and the lore, yeah, in certain ways, but I mean, let's be real. Like, as far as a technical showcase, the game is not impressive looking. Like, the game is not a technically impressive game in terms of visuals. It's ugly, and the only thing that saves it from being hideous is the art style. It's got a fantastic art style. It's got really beautiful art design. Like, you know, the artists have always been so talented. Some of the best artists in the industry work at From Software or are contracted by From Software. They have always had some of the best artists in the industry. Oh my god. Fuck me, dude. Are you kidding me, bro? Damn. I got a lot to do today. Fuck, dude. That's really bad. Yeah, From Software has... I'm gonna have to stop streaming soon and get some shit done. From Software has always had some of the best artists in the industry. They've always had some of the best. The artwork is amazing, man. Just that's an aspect that they fucking nail. The artwork is so good, man. So impressive. They've always absolutely nailed that. The lore is so good, so impressive, you know, but it's like the game has always had amazing artwork, amazing art design, creature design, but that's separate. That's not the same as the game being beautiful technically, as the game being a gorgeous looking game, as the game having great graphics, as the game having great assets and animations and lighting and all that. It's different. You have to be able to separate that. You have to be honest, you know? It's not a good looking game. It has great art design, creature design, lore, all that is great, but it's not, you know, it's not technically a beautiful game. And then with the story, it's like people give it a pass on that as well. And with that, the games don't have good stories. They just don't. I know people argue that and say, oh, well, that's just because you're dumb. That's just because you have to research and you gotta read the lore and you just don't understand. You don't know. I understand the games have great lore. These games have some of the best lore in gaming history. Like, they're up there with The Witcher 3 and, you know, other games of that nature. And Half-Life and games like that. The lore is just knockout, man. So cool. Such awesome aspects, such cool lore, such great artwork. But that doesn't mean the story is great. There is no real coherent story. If your story is that You have to piece together lore and go on Reddit and go online and go on forums and guess at what's going on in the game. You don't have a great story. You have not told a great story. You have some great elements to a story. You have awesome elements to a great story. You have you've got some fantastic lore. You have some great elements, but you have not told a great story. If people can't understand what's going on, if you don't have any cutscenes, basically, if you don't have very strong characters, if people have to research and guess at what's happening, you don't have a great story. You just don't. Like, there needs to be something coherent. There needs to be some rhyme or reason. There needs to be some format. There needs to be some cutscenes. There needs to be something. You can have amazing lore, but you can't say the story is amazing. The story wasn't amazing in Bloodborne. The game had some great lore. The game had some super interesting concepts, ideas, theories, but it didn't have a great story. It didn't have great characters. That's one of my favorite games of the last generation, but I can be honest about it. Bloodborne's an amazing game. What Bloodborne did for Lovecraft by itself, it was amazing. That Bloodborne influenced so many games moving forward just based on the setting. Just based on the Lovecraft setting. No one had ever implemented Lovecraft in such a bold way, in such a high-profile game, to my knowledge. There probably was some games that had a Lovecraft kind of setting, Lovecraft elements, but in such a bold way, in such a high-profile game, I can't recall any. Maybe some did, but it didn't have the impact. That game was so influential with how it highlighted H.P. Lovecraft, and it does to a T. It is Lovecraft to a T, with the fish people village, and tentacle creatures galore, and the dark setting, dark kind of gothic, creepy setting, and it is very, very Lovecraft, dark gothic horror, fish people, tentacle creatures. It's very Lovecraft. I mean, it is. And From Software has admitted that Lovecraft influenced the game. And what, to me, makes it great, in part, that to me, that was the biggest reason why I loved Bloodborne was the setting, man. The fucking setting. That Lovecraft setting, man. It's not like, oh, it has a great dark fantasy setting. It has great... No, we've seen all that before. I've never seen Lovecraft done like that in a game. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was so influential. Games copied it. Some of my favorite games copied it. Returnal copied it. Not as much, but they absolutely had massive Lovecraft elements. They had underwater stuff, underwater creatures, tentacle creatures, kind of a dark gothic, not gothic, but a dark horror, like sci-fi kind of horror. They had a lot of Lovecraft elements. Maybe not quite as much as Bloodborne, but a lot. Bloodborne influenced a lot of games. And it had a big influence with its setting, with Lovecraft. And to me, that was big time. And also, the reason why I love Bloodborne so much is because I felt like in 2015, we only had just had Dark Souls 2. So we were not oversaturated with Souls-likes. We weren't. It was still a newer and niche thing. Souls-likes had not sold no Souls-like has sold 10 million copies, not since Dark Souls 3. And now this game already sold 12 in 2 months. It's going to sell 30 million plus. It wasn't front and center, big time AAA, in your face, everybody's playing it. It was more unique. It felt special. It felt more special. It felt like closer to something that you had discovered. Even though Bloodborne was still a big game, the last reported numbers were like 2 million. Obviously it sold more than that. I think it easily sold 5 million, maybe 6. My guess would be like 6 million, but they never reported those numbers. So still, it definitely sold mid mid single digits in the millions. Like it didn't do crazy numbers. And if it did crazy numbers, I think Sony would have forced a sequel to happen. I think they would have overpaid to get a sequel to happen. They still haven't. That I know they value Bloodborne. I know they value From Software, but I don't know. It kind of tells you something when 7 years go by. One of the most beloved games of the generation on PlayStation has not gotten a sequel or a remaster or a remake. It tells me that maybe the game was not a financial smash the way people think. I think it was absolutely a big financial success because I think the game had a relatively small budget. I mean, compared to Elden Ring, especially. Back then, From Software wasn't a monster. You know, Dark Souls 2 was the most recent thing. That was the biggest thing. Dark Souls 2 sold well, but still, it wasn't a monster. It didn't sniff, 10 million. Maybe it got closer to that number once the remaster came out and stuff, but the original Dark Souls 2, I don't know what the numbers are. I've maybe seen them in the past, but I think it's like 4 million, something like that. Then with the remaster, probably much more, but still, the original release might not have even sold 5 or 6 million. Like, still, like, even if it sold 4.5 million, those are great numbers, but we're talking totally different categories here. When you're talking something that is going to sell 30 million, we're talking 4 million, we're talking even 10 million plus for Dark Souls 3, you're talking 4 million. Still a different category, so it felt more special. There wasn't ton of Souls-like oversaturating everything. I remember Lords of the Fallen got a lot of credit because that was one of the only other Souls-likes that was out there, and I enjoyed it immensely. Thought that game was underrated. I actually like Lords of the Fallen more than The Surge. And The Surge 2, I wasn't into it. I liked The Surge, the original one, but The Surge 2, there seemed to be no evolution. If anything, it seemed a little more arcadey. I didn't play it much. It turned me off. But the original Surge was very good. But Lords of the Fallen is my favorite game from Deck 13. I thought that was good, man. I thought it did a lot of things better than Dark Souls 2 at the time. A lot of things worse. It wasn't a better game, but I thought the game was good. But my point being, back then, Souls-likes were not oversaturating the industry. It felt more special. And when Bloodborne came out, From Software was still a little bit niche. Bloodborne didn't have a monster fucking budget. It wasn't people were excited, but it wasn't expected to be this Game of the Year monster. Even Shuhei Yoshida didn't really believe necessarily in the game. He thought Demon Souls was shitty. And then Bloodborne, like a couple months before it came out, supposedly it ran horribly, and it didn't run well when it came out, but supposedly the game was a mess. Like a couple months or a few months before release, it was an absolute mess. And internally, I don't know, Sony didn't necessarily believe it was going to be amazing, but they knew Demon Souls was very successful, even though they thought that was shit. So I'm sure that's why they pushed Bloodborne. Bloodborne was kind of like an apology. It was kind of like oh shit, we fucked up by thinking Demon Souls was going to be garbage and insulting From Software. Like, this is our attempt at, getting back in their good graces, getting back to the fans, some exclusive From Software, because they know they fucked up. Sony should have acquired From Software, or at least made a massive exclusivity deal after Demon Souls, and there would have never been a Dark Souls. There would have been a Demon Souls 2, a Demon Souls 3, maybe a Bloodborne. There would have never been a Dark Souls. From Software went on and made Dark Souls because Sony hated Demon Souls. They didn't push to make a sequel immediately. And From Software wanted to make another game. So instead of demons, they said Dark Souls. Created Dark Souls, it became way bigger than Demon Souls, because it was multi-platform. And it was a massive success. Sony saw that. They realized we fucked up big time. People love this shit. So let's try to contract them to make another exclusive game and, try to mend the relationship. And it didn't work because they haven't made one exclusive game for them since. It didn't work. I don't think it did. I don't think it worked. And they're multi-platform now, mostly. Everybody's talking about a From Software acquisition like that's realistic. And it's not. I've heard the rumors too, but I don't think it's realistic. You're gonna buy them after they've had their smash hit? After they've had 3 or 4 smash IPs that were big time. They had Demon Souls, which was their first hit, which they made for you guys. You guys thought it was shit, so they went and made Dark Souls multi-platform. So they had Dark Souls, which was a bigger smash hit. You guys got mad, that you fucked up and let them make their own shit, and then it was popular, so you had them make Bloodborne, which was another super highly regarded hit, at least critically and in terms of cult following. So then they went and they made another game, another IP, Sekiro, which was another big hit. It was almost consensus game of the year, if not for Death Stranding, which was the consensus game of the year 2019. But it was another big hit, sold well, critically acclaimed, wins awards, cult following, is loved. Then they go and make Elden Ring, which is the smash hit. It is the one that reaches the casuals. It's the one that goes viral. It's the one that breaks through. That was the breakthrough game. You can argue they broke through with Dark Souls, and they did. But this was the breakthrough game that hit everybody. Every casual and their mother wanted to be in on this. This was a revolution. This was something that went viral. So it's like, they made Demon Souls for you, and then they made another hit IP with Dark Souls, then another hit IP with Bloodborne, then another hit IP with Sekiro. This is the fourth one. And it's going to take you until the fourth one, the biggest one, to try to acquire them. What, if they were smart, they would have acquired them after Demon Souls, but Sony thought Demon Souls was crap. If they were a little bit smart, they would have locked them down after Dark Souls. They were at least smart enough to get Bloodborne made. If they had any brains, they would have tried to lock them down after Bloodborne. And then they make Sekiro, and now they make Elden Ring, and now you're gonna want to acquire them? I think it's bullshit. I don't see how an acquisition is realistic. They're not even an independent studio. They're a subsidiary of Kadokawa Corporation. They always have been. So even back in the day, they would have had to buy Kadokawa or make a deal, which they wouldn't have bought Kadokawa. They would have made a deal. If they offered Kadokawa $100 million back in 2010, a year after Demon Souls came out, Kadokawa would have done the deal faster than you could blink. They would have negotiated, worked out the contract, released those guys, and sold them off to Sony faster than you could fucking blink. For $100 million, probably. Now, what is it going to cost? Billions of dollars. Just to get From Software. And they would have to be released from their contract. Kadokawa has complete control over From Software. It's not even realistic, the acquisition. This is not an independent company. This would be Kadokawa have to jump through hoops to make it happen and give away their greatest asset off of one of the biggest hit games ever. Literally ever. Not a lot of games sell 30 million. The Call of Duties, Grand Theft Auto, maybe FIFA once in a while. This is rarefied air. For a game that's not a massive, casual type experience, first party shooter, Grand Theft Auto kind of game, it's unheard of. This is unprecedented. This game is a smash. And what is it going to actually cost Sony? What would it cost them to cut a deal with Kadokawa and get the studio somehow, which just doesn't even sound realistic? What would it cost? Billions. It would cost billions. It would probably cost Bungie money. It would probably cost $4 billion. What, they spent $4 billion for Bungie or 6? 4 to 6, something like that. It would cost them probably a few billion at least. It would cost them so much money. Because obviously they would have to acquire the IP. You know, they would have to acquire all the IP. They're not going to purchase From Software without purchasing the IP, and Kadokawa would never sell off From Software and keep the IP. What are they going to do? Have some Joe Schmo make the next Elden Ring, the next Dark Souls? No. You are purchasing all of the IP, which are incredibly valuable now. Dark Souls was always incredibly valuable, but to own the Elden Ring IP now, this game is going to sell 30 million copies. This game is going to make billions. It's going to make over $1 billion, this game. Well over $1 billion. Like, it's going to gross well over $1 billion. You think about 30 million copies. $60 a pop. I know they don't get all of that, but still, it's gonna make over $1 billion. Like, it just is. It's gonna profit over $1 billion. Not just gross, but it will profit over $1 billion. One game. What is it gonna cost you to acquire From Software if one game is making $1 billion, profiting $1 billion? It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost billions, I think. A few billion, I would think, which is insane money. Because I know people are just immune to how much billions of dollars for a publisher or developer. They're immune to that because Activision was like $70 million nearly, and Bethesda was like $6 billion, and Bungie was like 4 or 5 billion. Those are aberrations. That's not the norm. If you're buying one studio, Insomniac Games was like a $300 million acquisition. $300 million for Insomniac Games. When they were acquired, Insomniac Games was a 3-team studio. They had 3 separate teams, 3 development teams within Insomniac Games, the developer. They had 3 separate teams. That's how they could put out a Ratchet and Clank. That's how they could put out 2 Spider-Man games in the span of 2 years. They have 3 teams. That's how they're able to put out VR games and still do Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man and all that before Sony acquired them. They're a big studio. They're like 400 people. They're almost 400 people when they acquired them. They're a big studio. It cost them like $300 million, bro. And yes, they weren't purchasing any of the IP because Sony already owned the IP, but most of them at least. Like Sunset Overdrive, they own. Now they own it, pretty much. Pretty sure they own it now. I don't think Microsoft owns that. Microsoft had owned the rights to the first game, but I think that expired or something. I don't know. But yeah, they weren't purchasing the IP; they're just purchasing the talent. But still, $300 million for Insomniac. So it's gonna be massively overpaying if they do acquire From Software. And I'd be fine if they acquire them because you're not locking down the Souls-like genre. You're completely locking it down. You would own Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Neo. I believe they own the Neo IP. I'm pretty sure. Maybe they don't, but it's exclusive at least. You would have Demon Souls, Dark Souls. You would own Sekiro. You would own Elden Ring. You would own Bloodborne. You would. Neo is still exclusive, at least console exclusive. Like, they would own Souls, like, they would own the genre, basically. It would be their genre. So maybe it would be worth it in terms of that, but it's like, how did you not make a push for these guys earlier? How did you not make a sequel to Bloodborne years ago? How did you never make a sequel to Demon Souls? Like, what is going on at Sony? I don't understand. I think it's because these games, they don't do crazy numbers, and it's very hard to pin down From Software. It's hard to get them to work on a game, because they're always making new fucking Dark Souls. They're always making new games, platform games. So it's hard to get them to actually make an exclusive for you. And Sony doesn't. I'm a huge Sony fanboy. I love me some Sony. I love PlayStation. Big time PlayStation fan and Sony fan. Love Sony for their hardware. Some of the movies. Love PlayStation. Love it. Grew up on Sony hardware. Along with other things, but I grew up with Sony. Sony doesn't have the balls. They haven't had the balls to make a sequel without From Software, and that's been shameful thing to me. They haven't had the fucking balls. Like, and everybody has this way of thinking that From Software is they're godlike. They are infallible. No one can do Souls-like except them. Nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. I've seen so many people say I wouldn't want Sony to do a Bloodborne sequel or a Demon Souls sequel without From Software because they couldn't do it. I've heard people say like nobody could do it. You know, they wouldn't do it justice. Like that's nonsense. And I respect the talent at From Software. They innovated with level design. They innovated with game design. There's some issues with the game design thing. Some of that is like originally were flaws that turned out to become it turned into something endearing. It's almost like roguelikes. They made these games because they didn't have a AAA sized team. They were a small niche Japanese team who weren't very good technically. So what they would do is they made these games. They didn't have a lot of content, but they'd make them very, very hard. Very hard, so you're playing the same content over and over again. It's not like that with Elden Ring because it's open world. But the previous games, you know, these games don't have much content, but you're playing it over and over again. You're dying over and over again. It's just like cartridge games back in the day, you know, whether it was Shadow of the Beast or whatnot. You know, some of these cartridge games back in the day, if you could beat it without dying, let's say, you beat the game in like 2 hours. Similar thing with the previous Souls games. That's why you see speed runs for these games like a half hour, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Like there's not a ton of content when you actually break it down because you're replaying a lot of the same content over and over again. But it became something that was endearing. People loved it. People loved the challenge, so they kind of got away with it. They got away with being bad technically, with having bad frame rate, having bad graphics. They got away with it because the art style was so good. They got away with having clunky combat and bad hitboxes and bad enemy AI because the combat was so satisfying once you were successful. It was so satisfying to be successful because it was so difficult to be successful. So when you were successful, it was very satisfying. Now, it wasn't satisfying because this was good combat mechanically, because it's not. The combat in Souls-likes and From Software games mechanically is not good. The controls, the traversal in these games is not good. It never has been. Sekiro is probably the best that they have to offer. The smoothest controls. Maybe probably the best combat. Even though the combat still is very largely based on parries, still the movement's better. It's more free. They have verticality. The grapple makes the game play faster, less clunky. I think it just is a little bit less clunky. You know, that's their best example. But besides that game, it's like the controls have always been clunky. The hitbox has always been bad. The AI has always been bad. These bosses aren't great because they have amazing AI. They're just overpowered. These bosses have massive area of effects, massive AoE attacks. They have massive reach. The hitboxes, like, they seem to be able to hit you from across the level, you know. They have unfair hitboxes. They have huge AoE attacks. They have huge health bars. The reason why these bosses are good is not because of great AI, you know. The reason why the combat is so revered is not because it has great controls, not because it's great mechanically. It's quite the opposite. It's always been bad mechanically. If you break down these games mechanically, the combat is not good. The controls are bad. They just are bad. It's clunky. These games have always been clunky, and by clunky I mean they're not responsive. It is not responsive. When you move your character, it's not responsive. There is input lag. And it's not even like, okay, it's not super responsive because the animations are so good like you would have in Red Dead Redemption. You could argue in like Red Dead Redemption or even something like Uncharted or even Horizon Forbidden West. You know, it's maybe not super responsive at times, but it's because they focus so heavily on presentation. The animation blending is so strong. You know, they want it to look really good. That's just as important as it playing good, as having it play good. And that was a big thing with Red Dead Redemption. Is like the animations were so good, the animation blending was so good, but at times it wasn't responsive. Same thing with Uncharted. It's like in order to stop on a dime and turn in the other direction, it took some extra steps because the character had a nice, beautiful, fluid animation, but you couldn't just stop on a dime. Like in these games, the animations aren't good. So what's the excuse? Like it's clunky. It feels clunky, and it always has, and it still does. And it's not because of the animations or the animation blending. It's just there is no animation blending. It's just their animations. They just have their stock animations. Like some of the bosses do have good animations, but it's so inconsistent. Like there's some beautiful physics to like the arms and the tentacles and the cloth. And ever since Bloodborne, From Software has really done an amazing job with like the cloth physics and on the bosses and the fur and things like that. In fact, I thought it was better in Bloodborne than it has been ever since. For whatever reason, like the fur tech in Bloodborne and the cloth tech and all that for the bosses, I thought it was better than anything I've seen since, even in the Elden Ring. Like, I don't know why it was better. I don't understand. You have better technology now, but whatever. But as far as like the actual character animations, like they're not good. The controls aren't good. Like, they're just not. The hitboxes are really bad. So many times you swing your weapon and go to hit an enemy, and you should make contact, but don't. Or that the sword or whatever goes through the enemy, but it doesn't actually register a hit. The hitboxes are terrible. The controls are clunky, and it's just the truth. It's always been that way, But it leads to satisfaction because due to the fact that the controls stink, and that the bosses are overpowered, and that there's so many cheap deaths and cheap overinflated difficulty, they cause rat packing, like getting dogpiled on, traps, being surprised by traps, being surprised by falls, bosses being bullet sponges, essentially, like taking so many hits to kill, bosses having huge AoE attacks, area of effect. All these things artificially inflate the difficulty, and it becomes satisfying when you're victorious because it's difficult. And the reasons why it's difficult, in part because of game design, but in part because of bad game design. In part because of bad controls, because of unfair game design. So it's still satisfying when you're victorious, though, because it's difficult. For whatever reason that's difficult, that's why. And it's a tough pill to swallow in a sense because it's not like, okay, it's not like a fighting game. Oh my god, the combat is so technically impressive and satisfying because of that. It's satisfying because it's bad, like because it's hard, because it's bad, because it's cheap. It's satisfying because it's difficult to do. So there's a lot of philosophical things you could debate about these games. I've heard someone say Elden Ring and From Software games have the greatest combat ever in a game. This is simply not the case. Not mechanically. Maybe most satisfying because it's difficult, but mechanically, of course not. Of course not. Not mechanically. Mechanically, they're clunky as shit. And they always have been. It's clunky, man. I mean, it just is. Like, this is not Ghost of Tsushima. Very solid technical combat. Very, very well done technical combat. No, this is combat that's satisfying due to difficulty, They use difficulty. It has saved these games. Without high difficulty, these games would be trash. They just would. If these games did not have high difficulty, they would be bottom-feeding trash. They would never have scored well. And that's just the truth. They would be short, other than Elden Ring at least, they would be short games that wouldn't last long. They would be criticized for their bad combat. They would be criticized for the game design. They would be looked at as cheap budget hollow games. Be criticized for the lack of story. It's the difficulty that artificially inflates everything. The high difficulty. Like, I am telling you right now, you take a From Software game and you cut the difficulty in half. You put an easy mode in. You make the base difficulty basically an easy mode. Make it like it's like every other game. Like, you don't have to grind like crazy, play a boss 30 times, fight a boss 30 times. You make it like any other game where you can beat bosses on the first try. You don't have to overlevel. You can just, play the game normally and not die a ton. Maybe you only die a few times in the entire game. If these games were like that, they would never garner the same praise. Never. Up until Elden Ring, the only reason these games weren't extremely short is because you would die so much. They didn't have the content to back it up. They were probably a third of the amount of content that would be in a standard AAA game, but artificially inflated the time that you play because of difficulty. It's almost like the roguelike concept. There's not much content in roguelikes. It's just that you're playing the same content over and over again. Like I said, Elden Ring is a bit different because there is content. There is a lot of content. That's why the game is not just long, it's obscenely long, probably too long. That's why it's like a 200-hour game, because it has those same concepts of artificially inflating playtime because of difficulty, but it actually does have a lot of content, But previously, it's like, I'm telling you right now, From Software games would be looked at as mediocre and budget if they had normal difficulty levels. And that doesn't even mean changing game design. That just means if enemies hit with 50% of the force, and if enemies took twice as much damage, these games would be looked at as mediocre budget crap. They just would. They just would. People would beat them in like 7 hours, 8 hours. They wouldn't go crazy about the build variety, which that is a fantastic asset from From Software games. And it's smart, and it plays into the difficulty because you have to grind and strategize, and that's one of the most beautiful aspects of these games. That's my favorite aspect of these games, is upgrading the character and trying to find ways to beat it because it's so hard. But it's also a double-edged sword, and it's one of the things I don't like about these games is it forces you to level and over-level basically so much that it almost encourages you to over-level to the point where now the difficulty is at a regular, normal game baseline. So you're over-leveling to the point where the difficulty is now at a normal game's difficulty. So you can actually play it in a satisfying way and not just die all the time. And now it's like, what have we really accomplished? You make people grind for like 6, 7, 8 hours just so the game can be playable, just so the game can have a difficulty that's palatable, just so you have to grind for 7, 8 hours, maybe less, maybe more, just so people can play the game in a standard fashion, just so they can enjoy the content. Like, what have we accomplished? You're just wasting people's time. But it's a double-edged sword because, yes, there does come to play the fact that since it is so hard, you're looking for advantages, you're looking for builds, you're looking for weapons and gear. So it creates some strategy and some desire there. But when you break it down to brass tacks, it's kind of a crazy concept. Like, we're gonna make a game with not much content, with bad controls, with technically bad combat, with no story, but we're gonna make it so difficult that you're gonna replay it over and over again to the point where the amount of time spent in the game will be that of a regular game. We're going to make it so difficult that it's satisfying when you beat these enemies, even though the controls in combat aren't good, technically. We're going to make you have to strategize, cheat, and cheese the system in order to succeed in the game, and that will bring forth a satisfaction. And it does, but it's such a twisted concept. It's crazy to me. And that this got out of being niche, and it is now widely loved and just massively, just everywhere. It's for the casuals, for every, I can't believe that this has been accepted so widely, and I've found some love in it, and I've enjoyed From Software games and Souls-likes, and there is a love to that formula, but it's wild to me that that formula caught and that it's been accepted and not criticized very much. Like, if you break it down, before Elden Ring at least, these games didn't have much content. They didn't have good controls. They didn't have a story. Like, and just making the difficulty super high changes all that. Like, it's great. It makes people like love it and look past that or think these weaknesses are strengths. It's wild. It's wild to me. That's why there needs to be a philosophical debate about whether or not these games really are if these games have ever been as great as people mention, or if they're just satisfying to you because of the difficulty. And does that make a great game? If a game is satisfying to you, is it a great game? Or is it just satisfying to you? It's tough. Are roguelikes great games, or are they just satisfying because they're so hard? Like, it's tough, man. It's a good philosophical question. Does high difficulty and the satisfaction that comes from succeeding in a game with high difficulty, does that mean the game is great? You know, that satisfaction they were able to garner from the player. I mean, is that ultimately the goal? Like, ultimately the goal is for the person to be satisfied with the game, for them to enjoy what's on screen. But then there even begs the philosophical debate of, is that even what's going on? Because these games are so frustrating at times. You are cursing and damning your controller and not enjoying it so much at times. I don't give a fuck what people say. When you die over and over again to an enemy or boss or an area in these games, it gets frustrating. It's not fun. When you overcome it, it's very fun. But 2/3 of the time, it's not fun because you're dying. And it's not fun. It's just not. When you succeed, it is. So it's a lot of like pain and tedium. And then with big elation once you defeat it, like, I don't know, man. Like, does that elation cover up all of the frustration? Does it mean the game is great because you get a satisfaction even though the mechanics aren't good? Like, it's a lot of philosophical debates. That's why I struggle to even say Elden Ring's a great game. I say Elden Ring's a great Souls-like, because these are philosophical debates that are real, in my opinion. And there really is a question of if any of these Souls-likes have ever been truly great games, or just satisfying. And then, like I said, does the satisfaction of being successful outweigh the frustration of not being successful 90% of the time? It's a very interesting question. And at the very least, it was very original, and you gotta give From Software credit, because they basically created a genre. And we've seen other elements in roguelikes and things of that nature, but they created a genre. And it was original, and you gotta give them credit for that. And there is some beauty in these games for sure. And some great, great high points. But it bothers me when people are just like, oh, Elden Ring is the greatest game ever, greatest game of the year, hands down. People literally constantly, I screenshotted today, someone on stream, they titled their stream saying this game is perfect in Elden Ring. It's like, no, I screenshotted it because no, it's not perfect. You may love it, but it's not perfect. Everyone's going around saying Elden Ring is perfect. It's amazing. It's the greatest game, one of the greatest games ever. Greatest game of the year, nothing can compete with it. It's a tricky, tricky thing, man, because like I said, I can rip this game apart. From the graphics to the controls to the combat mechanics to the AI to the hit reactions, to the hit boxes, to the frame rate, to the pop-in, to the shadow flickering, to the connection issues, to the convoluted inventory, to the bad crafting, to the connection issues, and the convoluted process of getting to multiplayer and co-op, and to the grief that you get from when you get invaded, and the fact that 95% of the messages that you get from other people leaving in the game world are not helpful, stupid, trolling, lies, just goofiness, that there's just so many repeated character and enemies. There's so many repeated enemies and bosses, repeated reskin bosses, reskin enemies from previous Souls, all the previous Souls games basically. A lack of innovation in the actual combat mechanics, like how it feels. So many reused animations and assets. Uh, the same formula over and over again in a new IP, having +5 Uchi katanas and upgrading your weapons the same way, the same stats, the same, intelligence, strength, dexterity, weapons leveling with those the same way with S and A, and having the same immunities and the same everything, man. It's the same formula. It's the same fucking everything. Tutorial bosses that want to hit you. It's the same shit, which is fine. It was just fine. It's been successful, but to call it a new IP, you would expect something drastically new, not just throwing new elements in, like weapon skills. Cool, small thing, cool. A jump button. Can't give credit for that. It's a jump button. Should have been in there long ago. A horse, which is cool. You need a mount to traverse the open world, but hey man, you can do combat on the horse. I ain't mad at it. And the open world, which is obviously the biggest addition, and they did a good job with it, but they could have called it Dark Souls 4, and I would have more so understood all of the praise, because that's a great evolution of an existing IP. That's a great sequel, a great evolution, too. Oh, come on, buddy. It's a great evolution. But to have a new IP, I expect everything to be new. But it's not. It's a spiritual successor at the very least. So it's like, there's a lot of question marks, man. A lot of question marks. And nobody's willing to be honest about it. Nobody's willing to be real about it. Just nobody. There's no... They're all gone, buddy. We don't have any more bananas. Let's see if I can get you something else. Nobody's willing to be real, man. Nobody's willing to be honest and real about it. It's frustrating, it's really frustrating, man. It's bothersome. It's like, these are good debates, good topics to have. Game ain't perfect. It's got amazing strengths, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to finish it and see where I would sit with my score. But to say it's perfect, to have all these people saying perfect, I know, buddy. I'm about to help you one sec. It's just inaccurate. And I wish people could be more accurate. Stop putting down other games that are great and underrated, and then overrating, or at least being afraid to talk about real flaws, in something like this. I gotta go. I'll be back later.